Okay, and we are live. Welcome, Tolkien fanatics. Welcome back. We have another Tolkien trivia. This time we are doing The Hobbit, and this time we should have sound. So everybody can actually hear what's being said this time instead of staring at a blank screen like we did for an hour and 45 minutes, which really sucked. And this time I have my
Yay.
wife checking and making sure. So we will know. All right, guys. So we have returning with us the reigning champion, Evan Zacovic. He's just giving
What
us
it
peace.
do?
There he goes. And then we have the bearded Joseph Keller. He says peace. And then we have Kevin. I'm not a Roman, but I sure feel like it. Clausius.
What's up?
And then we have just moved away from the area, but we still love him, Dan Keller.
What's up, guys?
And then our resident expert gamer who's been playing longer than all of us have probably been alive, Chitink, Mr. Robert.
Guys?
He's like, who, me? Expert gamer?
Yeah.
I think I got everybody there in that.
Yeah, do we have someone that's not on the screen?
I don't know. Myself, I'm your host, the Tolkien fanatic, Jason. So we got a good little game going on today, guys. Just like last time, I know we've got sound. I just got the thumbs up from my wife. So we're not only live streaming, but we are having, actual music and words coming through the speakers, which is an amazing thing. So, yeah, I've explained the rules to the guys. I will go over them very quickly for those who are interested. We will be talking about the Hobbit Motion Picture Trilogy today. Anything is coverable, including the behind-the-scenes stuff, including the extended editions. The questions are random. We will be moving through An Unexpected Journey, Desolation of Smaug, and the Battle of Five Armies in whatever order I so choose to write down. That being said, it was literally just how could I copy and paste these questions from the trivia site that I found in the simplest order for me to get a whole bunch of questions to ask 5 different nerds. Yes, you all are nerds, and so am I. We embrace it.
I cry at night, but
yeah, we do. I don't know. I cry, but I also sleep next to my wife, so I'm happy with it. What can I say? So every question is worth 100 points. There are some secondary and tertiary questions. At the end, we have a very large final question to score as many points as you can, and then a Jeopardy-style bet your points to get the max question correct. And I will say, I think I made it as a hard one. I think I did. But we got some really smart guys here, and I guarantee at least 2 of them, maybe 3, know the answers to the final question. So, without further ado, we will be beginning. Oh, the one last thing. Last time I had it when someone could not answer a question or got it wrong. Whoever stole it first had an option like Jeopardy. This time, to make it a little more competitive, I'm going to go from whomever is in last place up to first place for a possibility to be stolen. So if Joe is in last place and Evan misses the question, Joe will have the opportunity to steal. There's no official hard timer, but I will be keeping an eye on the clock. You have between 10 and 15 seconds to get the question correct. If you're right on the tip of it, I'm not going to cut you off. Questions do not need to be answered word for word. We're a fun-loving group. So we're going to move from my upper right around the horn. I'm sorry, Evan. I know you probably wanted to go first being the reigning champion, but you're going to be fourth in line. So Mr. Robert actually gets the first question, and I will say that I think all these questions are pretty easy. So, to start us off,
Ready.
In The Desolation of Smaug, the movie begins with the party being pursued by Azog and the orcs. Bilbo soon notices another animal tracking the party. What kind of animal is it?
It is a large black bear.
Correct. So, Robert has scored first blood. Moving along, we have Kevin. No pressure here. Who at the sight of Beorn in bear form outraces his companions in his bid to escape at the surprise of the rest of them.
Say again?
Who at the sight of Beorn in bear form outraces his companions in his bid to escape, to the surprise of the rest of his companions?
Bomber.
Correct.
Nice.
Second blood is drawn.
Evan's favorite dwarf.
He's got to be
I like him.
everybody's
Hannah
favorite
does
dwarf.
not.
He's got to be everybody's
Yeah,
favorite
that's
dwarf. That red beard. Come on now. If I had a fire crotch beard like that, man, I would be rocking it.
Magnificent.
He also resembles most of us gamers.
That's true. That's true. I mean, except for some of the more physically fit and still militarily active of us. All right, Dan, it's your turn now. You ready? You should know this one.
All right.
You really
should.
should. Who provides Bard the Bowman with the black arrow he uses to slay Smaug the dragon?
Girion.
Girion. Survey says this is incorrect. All right, so
His
since
son.
we technically
His son.
but you already answered.
Bane.
You can't steal it from somebody else, so now nobody gets the question.
Oh, no, my bad.
Gosh,
Well,
Dan.
technically, he did get it from Girion because it passed down.
Yes, but it was Bane
Karen was long dead.
who hit it and then retrieved it during Smaug's attack of Lake Town.
This is true.
So that
this
is
is
the
true.
actual answer. You are correct. I want to give you partial credit for that, but I'm an asshole. And I'm okay with being an asshole. What do you guys think? Should I be an asshole? Should I give him partial credit? No?
Be an asshole.
Being an asshole. Okay, there's the loving brother we know and love.
I don't blame his reaction because I just kind of kicked his butt last night. So
Yeah, there was
he
little
wants
Emmy,
to,
little
What-
MESBG
what-
action going
what-
on there.
Lake Town, nonetheless.
I know, that's why I said he should have gotten this question right. All right, Evan, our reigning MVP and winner. Are you ready for this?
I actually heard that he's a chump.
He is a chump, but will he become the champ yet again? Why did the dwarves have to go to Rivendell to visit the elves?
So that Lord Elrond could help them read the map that they had
That is
to find
correct.
the secret entrance into Erebor.
That is correct. Well done. Well done.
Gandalf forced them there.
Yeah, technically, yeah. They didn't want to.
He did technically force them there. I will agree. All right, Joe, you are last and definitely not least because even though you've lost 2 games lately to myself and your bro, he got his question wrong. You can get your question right.
I know.
Who in the beginning of the story... Hold on a second. I copied this. Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm going to rephrase this. Who at the beginning of an unexpected journey delivers this line? It began long ago in a land far away to the east.
Since I play Hobbits, I know this one. It is, in fact, Bilbo Baggins.
That is correct. Congratulations, Joe. I said pretty easy one. You should have been able to knock that out right out of the park. All right. So first round's in the book, and everybody but Dan. That being said, Dan has a chance to steal now. And he will get first dibs throughout the entire round, even if he is able to raise his score. So that is something that I'm going to be doing. If you are in last place, you will have a chance to steal other questions throughout multiple times first. All right, so we are back to Mr. Robert. No pressure here.
No pressure.
During the backstory of the unexpected journey, one of the great dwarven kingdoms is Erebor. King Thor's love for gold was legendary, but his most treasured possession was by far the Arkenstone, a brilliant gem found deep in the heart of the mountain. Where did Thor keep this gem?
He kept it in a mount above his throne.
Yes, sir, that is correct. Above his throne. Yes, sir. Congratulations. And Robert is taking the lead.
Yay!
Round of applause. Round of applause. That's how we do it right there. All right. Our favorite Roman general here. Where was the Arkenstone found?
I feel like this is a loaded question.
I mean, I did just mention it in the prior question.
In the heart of the mountain.
Congratulations.
Erebor?
There you go. I
Yes,
told
it's the
you,
first
some of
question
these
in a row.
questions just go right in hand. And yes, I did set it up that way to test if
It
you're
was-
paying attention.
It was in the fourth cavern of the West Chamber at 163 feet down.
73rd
Like,
Boulevard off of, Westinghouse and Pirate
That's
Tryon,
something that would be in the appendices.
if there was an appendices.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
All right, Dan, we are back to you. Are you ready? You got a
I am.
score now. After the failed battle of Azanulbazar, what is Thorin shown working as?
A blacksmith.
Correct. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? No pressure there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chump. What mountain has Thorin made a good life for his people in?
Blue Mountains.
Correct. I mean, for the guy who watches this movie every time he does a podcast, you should know all of this, right?
Correct.
It's literally on repeat.
All right, Joe, you ready?
I'm ready.
This is going to be a hard one.
I'm ready. Give it to me.
Who was the first of the 13 dwarves to arrive at Bag End?
Dwalin.
There we go. At your service, sir, and your families.
I like it. He's Bilbo's fish. Got it anymore.
This is good. Any more? Well, yes.
If I can name the second one, I get a point. Can I get a point?
Come on, we all know
like
who the
Appleton.
second one is. All right, so everybody has scored again. Dan has finally got on the board. That's okay. And we're back to Mr. Robert.
Yay!
This is a multi-question question. So there's a
Multi-answer question.
Yeah, there we go.
Got
Yeah. No one said I was ever good at English. Who says true courage is about knowing not when to take a life, but when to spare one?
Gandalf.
Correct. All right, here we go. There's two of these,
Now, is that 100 points or
50 points each, or 100 points
Okay.
for the initial question. 2 follow-ups, you get 50 points each. When does Gandalf say this?
it is? Oh, dang.
Nope.
Yeah, it's right after they get out of the mines of Moria, right?
That is incorrect.
No.
All right, Dan, you have a chance to steal both of these halves. When does Gandalf say the phrase, true courage is about knowing not when to take a life, but when to spare one?
Oh man. It's at the troll horde
That is
when he
correct.
gives him the sword. When he gives him the sword.
That is
Or a
correct.
sting. When he gives him a sting.
That is correct. After giving Sting to Bilbo outside the Troll Heart. So,
Yeah.
where
It's
was
more of a letter opener.
more of a letter?
Yeah, it's more.
So for the follow-up question, where was Sting found?
Who can answer that? Anybody?
You.
Okay, it was found in the troll horde.
There you go. So you have
On the
tied
floor in the debris.
you have tied yourself back up there, Dan, with the rest of the crowd. Are you going to be able to keep up? That's the question.
I don't know. The pressure is real. For sure.
All right. Let me do some quick math here, guys. All right, Kevin, we are on to you now. In the spirit of trolls, what was the proper name of the 3 trolls?
Oh, crap.
I know this.
Oh,
I know this one.
Know this one.
I can't remember.
You can't remember. All right, Dan, you get
No,
the chance.
I don't care about that. I thought that entire scene is dumb.
All of that. It's William Burton Tom.
That is correct. William Burton Tom is the proper name because William sometimes gets referred to as Bill, not to be confused with Bill the Pony, but he does sometimes get to be referred to as Bill. That is why I asked for the proper name of the 3 trolls. So Dan, you do steal that point, so congratulations. And believe it or not, it's still your turn. It's now your turn. So I'll just do my pen. This is a 2-part question. The second part is worth 50 points. The party finds refuge from their pursuer in the home of Beorn, Who is Beorn? What is Beorn is the true question.
Is it Beorling?
Need a little bit more than that. Something simple here.
He's a. Oh, he was a slave to Azog.
You're
Oh,
oversimplifying these.
you're making it way too hard, my friend. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this to Kevin. Kevin, can you steal this? What was
Skin
Beorn?
changer.
Say again.
Skin changer.
Skin changer is correct. Come on, Dan. You got to keep it simple, my man. These are not hard. I am not trying to make it hard. I promise I'm not. All right, Kevin.
Phrasing.
So, for the extra 50 points, who declares that Beorn is unnatural?
Oh yeah.
Robert, this one's coming to you if you can't get it.
I got it. It's a Dwalin,
Fallen?
isn't it?
All right, Kevin, you
Yeah,
said Balin.
Yeah.
It's not Balin. Robert, who do you think it is?
I said it was Dwalin.
It's not Dwalin either. Evan? Joe, you're next.
Dory.
Dory is the correct answer. Dory is
Yeah.
definitely the more hypochondriac of all the dwarves, I will say. While I love the character, he is definitely the most refined. So anything that seems a little off-putting, he always finds is unnatural. So, Evan, you have scored yourself a half a point.
Woo.
You don't sound
I'll,
excited at all. And then, Kevin, you got the skin changer. So congratulations on that. So we are on to, I believe that was originally Dan's question.
Yep.
And a 1/2. So that means we're going to Evan again. Evan, what does belay that. What does Gandalf ask a Dory during the gathering for the feast at Bag End?
A little glass of wine.
What type of wine?
Red?
Correct. We have to be specific because it's got a fruity bouquet, correct?
A fruity bouquet.
See, that's why we know he is the most cultured and off-putting when things are unnatural.
What did he offer him first?
I
A
believe
nice cup of chamomile.
I think, yeah, it was chamomile tea. I see what you're doing there, Robert. You're trying to see if I'm on top of it. Testing the tester. Fair enough, fair enough.
It's all fair.
Yeah, it's all fair. All right, Joe, you're sitting there chilling like a villain. The scum of the southern scum with our beards united, I see. Who catches an egg in their mouth at the feast at Bag End?
Ori.
Ori is incorrect. Dan, you were in last place when we started, so you have the first option to steal this.
Oh,
Who catches an egg in their mouth at the feast
Is-
at
is
Bag
it-
End?
isn't it Bomber?
That is correct. It is Bomper. Yes, sir. Dan,
I
you
just
went.
watched the extended edition too. That's in the extended, isn't it? Where you catch the egg.
It's in both of them. It's in the theatrical
Is
release
it really?
as well. Yes, yeah. Crazy as it sounds, but I tip my hat to you or my Coors Light. All right, so here we go. Joe, you're in last place now. Boo. So you will have opportunities to steal all these questions that people fail to get.
Oh,
He's
great.
used to it, so it's all good.
All right, so this is gonna be one of the first ones where I'm truly gonna test your knowledge of not only the Hobbit movies, but what you know of their making. So Robert, we are to you for the start. And in which
Hey, hold on a second.
Yes.
This is Joe's question, right?
Joe just failed to answer the question of who caught the egg in the mouth,
Oh, okay.
and Dan stole it from him.
All right. Hey, can we do a point wrap up real quick? Because Dan racked up a ton of points that last round.
Yep, Dan is actually in the lead now based off of what I'm looking at with 400. Robert, you
Yep,
and
that's what I'm
Kevin
tracking.
are tied. You and Kevin are tied with 300. Evan is sneaking up there with 350. And Joe is sitting at 200. So we are one page in the book. And Mr. Robert, this is your question, and I will give you a hint.
Ready.
It does have to do with what we just talked about. It is a behind the scenes, though, so you kind of had to dig a little deeper into The Hobbit. In which take, when filming the egg catching scene, did the actor Stephen Hunter successfully catch the egg in his mouth?
First take.
Correct. All other subsequent ones
Pure
he
guess.
failed. That is correct. And he got it correct on the first one, and every single take after that, I believe there was 12 in total, were failures. They either bounced off his face or were just not even in the general vicinity. But yes, the first take was the perfect take when it came to that situation. And that's a wrap, folks, when it comes to that kind of shenanigans, in my opinion. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. All right, Kevin.
Nasty.
We're back to you. And this is a multi-question model. Multi-part question. There we go. There is an
Hope you all like stealing questions.
There is an opportunity to score 200 points with this one. This is a little bit of a trickier one. So not only will you get 100 for the initial, but you can also score 100 for the second question as well. This is another behind-the-scenes one. What method of filmmaking was originally used to animate the goblin that Gollum takes into his cave to feed upon? Joe, you are in last place, so you do have the opportunity to steal this if Kevin can't answer.
Try my best.
I'm going to say a child in a green suit.
I'm sorry, but child labor is still outlawed in New Zealand, just like it is in America. But I do like where your sense of humor is at, because it was a little goblin. But I do feel like all those little people that did dress up on them would be very angry at you for calling them children.
I should be used to it.
All right, Joe. What method of filmmaking was used to animate the goblin that Gollum takes into his cave to feed upon?
Motion capture.
That is incorrect. All right, so Kevin, you failed. Robert, you were the next lowest person when we started this round, so you have an option to steal this. What do you think the answer is?
Claymation. I don't know.
Claymation is incorrect. Evan?
CGI.
CGI was the final way that it was used to film the scene, but it was not the initial attempt. Dan, you're our last hope.
Full disclosure, my answer was claymation, but Robert said it first.
Yeah, wasn't it drawn?
I'll be right
drawn?
back.
It was not drawn. Right.
I tried.
All right, so Kevin has to take a break, but I will give you the answer, and then when Kevin comes back, he will get an option. I'll have to explain. So the initial puppet was animatronics. It was literally a robot over top of somebody in a green suit. So the green suit idea was close, but the true answer is animatronics. And what happened was that they found the animatronics were not likely to work, so they did go with full CGI and motion capture. So you guys were close, but the true answer is animatronics, which they came up with for the specific situation. So Kevin walked out. He'll be back. But Joe, for my second question, what happened to this animatronic goblin in the first attempt to film the scene?
Caught on fire.
Incorrect. Dan, you want to try and steal? I'm not Dan. I'm sorry. Robert, you want to try and steal that?
It broke.
It did, but how?
Head fell off. I don't know.
Close, but again, no. Evan, do you have an idea?
Surely guessing.
So here's what happened. Andy Serkis was dragging it, and they used actual water for the realism, and it fried the electronics.
I like your conviction. However, your conviction is wrong.
I thought you were right.
So
Yeah, I was like, wow, you say that. Wow, he knows it.
So, Kevin, while you were away, the answer to the question, what method of filmmaking was originally used to animate the goblin that Gollum takes to feed upon in his cave, is animatronics. It was an electronic robot head over top of a green suit stunt double.
Child.
So, yeah, the child, he's a little person. Come on now. If anything, he's a dwarf. However, to capture the whole motion, it was truly animatronics. So the subsequent question is, what happened to this model during the first attempt of shooting, during the first take? And Evan was the closest at saying that it broke. It did break, but what I'm looking for is, why did it break?
Is it up to me?
It's up to you, my friend. If you can't get it, Dan has a chance.
I can't remember his name, but the guy who did this motion capture for Gollum just beat the crap out of it with a rock.
That is actually correct. Yes, Andy Serkis was such a great method.
Yeah.
He's such a great method actor that he went so hardcore with the rock, which was actually a real rock, that he bashed the electronics inside the animatronic head into smithereens. And to remake it would have taken 36 hours, I believe, and was literally impossible to complete the shooting. So after all of that, they literally used a broken animatronic head in order to film the scene and then CGI'd over it. So, Kevin, while you missed the original question, you did get the subsequent question correct, and I am very impressed by that.
So you get what, 50 points for that one?
That's a 100-pointer because that's a tough one. Look how many people it went through. So who got that original? Nobody got that original question correct.
No one got it correct to begin with.
All right, Kevin. Well, you did save yourself there.
I started out with that question too.
Yeah. All right, Dan, we are on you, and I will say this: we are back to some slightly easier questions.
Oh, okay, nice. Thank you.
I like to throw these tough ones in here, and with 5 guys, I feel like I put them in every 6th or 7th question, so every other person will have a tough-ass question, which is cool. To which town do the people of Lake Town flee after Smaug burns down Lake Town?
Oh my gosh. Dale.
Correct. I told you, easy one. The one that nobody really likes to play anymore in MESBG, but it's fun as hell. And someday I will break out my army, I promise. Okay, Evan.
What was like the Garian model for them?
Yeah.
Garian. To me, those are cool.
I have mine. I have it painted. I just haven't based it. And I have a good amount of the guys painted as well. I just haven't really done anything with the army.
Yep. The figures
So-
are great. It's just that there's no profiles to add to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, who knows?
You think?
We got War in the North coming, maybe, potentially. Spoiler.
Yeah.
Brand.
I was gonna say,
Brand.
are they gonna release some more units for that?
That would be nice. I would really be happy for that. So back to our trivia game. Kevin, we are on you. This is a tough one. What is
I just went though. Or
Evan.
Yeah,
question before.
we just did Dan. We did number 3, so now we should be 4 for Evan.
I'm on it. I said Evan.
Oh,
No, I heard Kevin too. So
It's all good. It's all good. Evan and Kevin, they sound alike. I'm just going to start calling them the
Number
Roman
4,
guy and Chump
Evan,
guy.
Are you ready?
To be the ultimate Pokemon master, yes. What is the true name of Lake Town?
Zagorath.
Correct. I told you it was a hard one. All right, Joe. You ready?
I've been botching a lot lately. Give me an easy one.
What, according to Thorin, did Esgaroth used to be during the time of Thror in the Lonely Mountain?
A great trading place.
I'll give it to
A
you.
great place. A great place to trade.
It was the center of all trade in the north is
Yeah.
the true answer. But I'll give it to you, Joe, because you're struggling. You're struggling. And Joe's my bro.
I appreciate it.
Even
I
though Dan
appreciate
is his
it.
true bro. All right, so that's another round down. And we had several bonus questions. So just a recap of the score. Dan is still sitting up top. I have him at 500. Evan is right behind at 450. Robert and Kevin are tied at 4. And Joe is only one back at 300. So moving along, Robert, we are back to you.
Yet.
This is a
Yet.
2-part question. I will say that the second part is not technically in the movies, but I feel like it's alluded to, so you should be able to get it.
Okay.
Whilst
Bring
going
it.
through Bilbo's pantry, what food item does Dwalin toss over his shoulder carelessly?
The blue cheese.
It is. What type of cheese was it?
It was riddled with mold.
And it was blue cheese, correct. So, like I said, technically not in the movie, but he did say moldy, and all of us know that blue cheese comes from mold. So, yes, that is a 150 for Robert. You're going to put Dan in his place by surpassing him. All right,
Yeah,
Kevin.
I'll screw it up before it's over here.
All right, Kevin, we're back to you. This is also a two-part question. You can get 150 points here. When talking about the old fortress of Dol Guldur, who delivers some... I'm sorry. When talking about the old forest of Dol Guldur, who travels some distance to deliver this disturbing news? A dark power dwells in there, such as I have never felt before. It is the shadow of an ancient horror, one that can summon the spirits of the dead. Who is this speaker?
Radagast the hippie.
Correct. And actually, I'm the hippie. Double correct. I lied. This is actually a triple question. You can get 200 points. Whom does he deliver this message to?
Gandalf. the
Correct.
Stoner.
Where does he deliver it to him at?
It's I don't know. Fuck.
Joe, get ready. You can steal this.
Oh, I'm ready.
It's in the woods between the troll horde and then the fields by Rivendell.
It's actually right outside the
Because-
troll horde when it happens. Which is good enough for me. So I will give you that
Okay.
one.
I can't remember the actual name of like the location.
Yeah, I think it's the Troll Shaws is what the whole area is called, and it's not
Okay.
actually given a position, but it happens immediately after they exit the troll cave, which is what I'm looking for. And since you said that, I will give it to you. This time, I'm a
Okay.
nice guy. Sorry, Dan. I was a dick to you, I think, but I had to be nice to Kevin. Friends from out of town.
Understand.
Friends from out of town, far places. All right, Dan, so here we go. Who did Thorin tell to sound the alarm as Smaug attacked Erebor?
Oh, jeez Louise. Oh man, it was either Balin or Dwalin. I don't remember which one.
Come on, you
Oh,
can do
my
this.
bad.
You can do this. Joe, you ready to
Dwalin?
steal?
It's Dwalin?
It is not Dwalin. Joe,
It's
who
not.
is it? Are you going to steal it from your brother? Show him that you're the better
Balin.
twin? It is Balin.
Balin.
Yes, sir. That is correct. So Joe gets the steal. There you go, Joe. Moving up in the points. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So since I can't say their names because they get confused, Champ in the East, are you ready? I guess I
Yeah,
shouldn't.
I guess so.
I shouldn't call you that since it'll confuse your listeners on your podcast.
Yeah,
They'll figure it out.
Number 4.
They'll figure it out.
Evan, are you ready?
What is it that... Sorry, I totally couldn't read my own handwriting. What is it that brought Gandalf back in time to save Thorin's company from the three trolls?
Looking behind.
That is correct. Yes, sir. This is why we call him the champ, not the chump, even though he wants to pretend he's a
Stop.
chump. All right, Joe, here we go. After the title of the movie appears on screen, what shape does Bilbo's smoke ring turn into before it smacks him in the face?
Like a ring shape.
That is incorrect. And
Good
Joe,
job, dude. Come on, man.
Joe, since you are in last place when we started, you get a second chance here to steal your own question from yourself. It's not a ring. It
Oh,
is.
it's a dragon, Smaug.
Oh, you're
No.
you're
No.
killing me, Smalls. All right, Dan, you want to steal back from your brother?
Yeah, it's like a butterfly.
It is a butterfly. That is the correct answer. Yes.
Butterfly, where'd that come from?
I don't know.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. It's a little butterfly and it's. I guarantee it's due to Gandalf doing his little sorcery magic.
Yeah,
I mean, the
it's-
man
yeah.
can blow a sailboat out of his mouth and through a ring. That's some pretty potent pipe read right there.
We need to have some like Lord of the Hobbit 1977 like cartoon trivia. So I'll smoke that. I'm saying.
I'm sorry, I don't have that yet.
I,
But if you're...
I actually probably watched that more than I watched.
Really? Well, we can
Yeah,
do some classic animated Hobbit and Lord of the Rings in the future. I
Yes,
could.
yes. I watched that when it came out, so
This is why he is our resident expert gamer.
I'm
I
the
was
old part.
there 3,000 years ago.
Yeah, when the animatronic, animated Bilbo came onto the screen, and everyone
Yeah.
asked, "What the fuck was those orcs?"
Yeah,
That's
My
why
fa-
I don't watch those. The
I love
orcs
it.
were the worst.
I do love the theme song, "The Greatest Adventure."
I will say those orcs look more like toads than anything else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
and the Wood Elves are like Smurfs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
it was
I,
like Gollum's kin.
I honestly
Yeah.
can say I have never watched it all the way through just because I feel the animation, even though supposedly it was award winning, was absolutely terrible in my opinion. Of course, I'm
Hey,
also
it was
great for
spoiled.
its time.
a lot of things. The standards were different.
Correct. It was great for its time. All right, Mr. Robert, we are back to you. Quick points wrap up. Dan is at 600 now. Evan and Robert are tied at 550. Kevin has 600 as well. There you go, Joe. And Joe is sitting way down there at 400. Joe's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go
And then
grab it.
they made a Return of the King as well. It's really bad.
Oh wow, that's
And I thought
I'm
my
not sure what the
nerdum
word
was
is.
bad. So Joe's like, I'm gonna
You
go
know-
grab another Blue Moon and pop these in
The-
while I'm losing.
The sad thing is I actually went out and searched for him on the internet to buy him.
I don't know if that's sad. Is it sad, or is it devotion to your love of Tolkien's Legendarium?
I would say it's the opposite because they kind of bastardized his work a little
Yeah.
bit.
So it's neither.
Yeah.
Hang on.
All right, now moving along. Robert, it is your turn.
ready.
What did one of the dwarves mistakenly use for a dishcloth during the feast at Bag End?
A doily.
That is correct.
That is my grandmother's doily.
It was full of holes.
Yeah, it's crochet.
Yeah.
Great game if you have the balls for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right. Kevin, we are back to you. Kevin with a K. Kilo. There we
That's
go.
number 2, Kevin.
When the party reaches the forest of Mirkwood, Gandalf is summoned away by who? Mentally, telepathically.
Gladriel.
That is correct.
That's right. Good job.
Yes.
Yay!
You had to think about it. I saw and smelt the smoke, even all the way here in North Carolina from Tennessee. Those smoke signals were going up. It's not lighting the beacons, it's sending the smoke signals to North Carolina, letting me know I'm thinking hard about what my answer is going to be, and I'm getting it right, which is the key. All right, Dan, this is going to be a really hard one. Who meets
All right.
Gandalf? Who meets Gandalf at the High Fells of Rudar?
Radagast.
That is correct. I told you, super hard one. Mister, I used to be last. I'm now up there in first almost. All right, our local chump / champ. When Gandalf tells Radagast that Azog's hunters will run him down, what does Radagast confidently reply with?
I would like to see them try
What's he?
because he
These
has
are-
Roscabel rabbits.
There you go. That's what I'm looking for.
There you go.
These are Roscabel rabbits. I'd like to see them try. There-
Weed. And then he runs off.
Oh, that is definitely.
Feeds them a little herb and then they're off.
Yeah.
He probably did feed him more than a little herb. I think those rabbits were definitely on something to grow that large. Although they were based off of a real life rabbit, believe it or not. All right, Joe, you ready?
Yes.
You're gonna miss this one, and so you ready for your double shot since you're still in last place? This is gonna be a
I'm
really hard
ready.
one. This is really hard. What is
Give
the
it to me.
name of the Lonely Mountain?
Erebor.
See, I told you that was so hard. How did you know that one? All right, guys, we are done with another round, and we are moving through these with ease. I told you a bunch of nerds get together, and for the most part, they all know these questions, other than the little cheeky ones I throw in there from behind the scenes. But
Behind the scenes suck.
that's my favorite stuff. I will
I've
say
seen
there's a
lot
couple
of the
more.
Lord of the Ring behind the scenes. I've seen like the Lord of the Ring behind the scenes a lot. I haven't seen the Hobbit ones as much. I don't think I've seen all of them too. I've seen a couple of them.
I have watched all the appendices multiple times because that's how they listed as appendices, just like J.R.R. Tolkien did at the end of The Return of the King. They do list them as appendices, and I've seen all of them multitudes of times. I thought about making half the questions from the appendices behind the scenes stuff, but I realized I'm not that big of a dick. I'm a dick, but not that big. As my wife is probably casually laughing her ass
I was
off
gonna
in
say,
the other
what's
room.
Tracy's weighing in on this?
Hey, she gets the job done. I get the job done. That's all that matters. 200 at 2 inches at 100 miles is just as good as 10 at 2. So, moving along here, Robert, it is your turn.
Ready.
Once in Rivendell, the dwarfs learned the names of the swords they found in the Troll's Cave. Who says to Bilbo, not really sure it is a sword, to be honest. More of a letter opener, really, than a sword.
Only great swords get names.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be Balin.
That is correct. Yes, sir. Very hard one, I know. I had to tax your mental fortitude for this one.
Yeah, I almost brained out on that one because like that was too easy of a question. There had to be a trick to it.
Exactly. But that's my whole game, is just to give you tricks. All right, Roman General.
What
you
up?
You got this. This is a 2-part question. You can score 150 points. What did... I have this written wrong. What did Bilbo finally remember Gandalf for?
Wait, what?
What did Bilbo during an unexpected journey? Bilbo finally recalls who Gandalf is because of his remembrance for
Fireworks.
correct. So as a follow-up, what comment does he innocently toss out after this that annoys Gandalf?
I don't know.
Oh, weak. All right, Joe. What comment did Bilbo casually, innocently toss out that annoys Gandalf after remembering him for his fireworks?
I thought you were dead.
No.
No.
Come on, man. I can't even help you help yourself. All right, brother Dan, you gonna steal his 50 points from him?
Yeah, he says, "Oh, I didn't even know you were still in business." And
I
then
didn't know you were
Gandalf's like,
still in
"What else
business."
am I
Where
doing?"
else
yeah.
would I be in? That is correct.
Yeah.
Good job, Dan. All right, so it is your turn too. What did Bilbo tell Frodo that the small chest of gold still smelled like?
Trolls.
Correct. See, that's a simple one. Joe's probably sitting there thinking, wait, why didn't I get this one?
Yeah, I know.
He's probably thinking, oh, he's probably thinking like, I don't know, hobbits, Rohan.
All right, Evan. Bilbo puts on the ring during the Battle of the Spiders in The Desolation of Smaug. And not only does this allow him to disappear, what does it also give him the ability to do?
Understand the spiders speaking in spider language.
That is correct. Yes, sir. You got it.
Yay!
All right, Joe, you ready? Here comes your ultimate comeback. This is a 2-part question, and it is worth 150 points.
Oh, great.
Who drives the spirit of Sauron? Who drives the spirit of Sauron and the Nazgul from Dol Guldur after rescuing Gandalf?
Galadriel.
Who comes to her aid when she is initially surrounded by Sauron and the Nazgul?
Elrond and Saruman.
Correct.
And Radagast?
And Radagast. I did say initially. I put Radagast in here, but I said initially. And yes, it is Elrond and Saruman. I don't know why I put Radagast in here when I even put initially in my question. So yes, that is correct. Elrond and Saruman come to the aid of Galadriel, who uses what?
Magic.
Robert.
She uses.
Nah,
sorry.
you, Joe. This is the next
I thought you
question.
still talking to me.
No, this is the next question. What does Galadriel use to drive away the Necromancer and the Nazgul, Robert?
Oh, our next round.
Yep.
She uses her ring.
Her ring is incorrect.
Yeah.
Joe, what does she use?
She uses the star of whatever, her little file with the star in it.
Come on, I need the name.
the-
I need the
I
name.
think I'm gonna mispronounce it, but it's like the Star of Elendil or Erendil.
Arendelle, yes, Arendelle the Mariner. That is correct. So you
I thought I was pretty sure that she was using her ring of power to
no to drive them away.
That's what she killed the keeper of the dungeons with.
That is correct. She used her ring of power to basically blow the keeper of the dungeons into teeny tiny little
literal
bugs.
smithereens.
Yes.
Even the Lady of Light, like the model that GW makes, she's actually holding it. If you look, like
Yep.
the model's holding it.
She's holding the file of Galadriel.
Okay.
Because the light of Arendelle is more powerful than Sauron. Because Arendelle was the one who slew Calagon the Black, which broke.
It
Fuck, I can't.
landed on a mountain range and destroyed
Yeah,
it.
it was the mountain that Morgoth was in, and I can't think of the name. I believe it starts with an H. But yes, Joe, you do steal that one.
Ooh.
And we will do a quick points check just so everybody knows where they're at. So I have, looking over here, Dan at 850. Robert and Evan tied at 750.
Yep.
Kevin at 700. And Joe
Yep.
is at 750 as well. So Joe has made a little bit of a comeback there from being well in last place. Good job, Joe. So Kevin, you are unfortunately in last place, but that gives you the option to steal from everybody this round, and it is your turn to go.
Hey,
I was gonna say it's not really gonna factor in a whole lot.
Go for it, Robert. What you got?
Hey, Jason, you said that you have Joe at 700 or 50 or 650.
750. Because you just
Okay,
got the
so
last
then,
two questions.
Kevin is in last place right now
That's what I said.
at the start of this round.
That's what I said.
Okay, I thought you said Joe.
No, I said Joe has jumped up from last place. Kevin is in
Okay.
last place, and now he has the option to steal first. And it is
All
his
right.
turn to get the question right. Hopefully. Maybe.
We'll see.
Who makes the biting observation he looks more like a grocer than a burglar in regards to Bilbo?
Thorin.
That is correct. Simple enough, right?
Mm.
All right, Dan.
Pulling ahead.
This is a tough one. And I think you may have a little bit of a struggle with this. But I think I have faith. You got a 1 in 13 chance of getting it correct. Actually, 1 in 12, because one of those dwarfs wasn't there when this happened. Which dwarf did Bilbo take his doily from at Bag End?
Gosh. Nori?
Nori is correct. That is correct. He took the from Nori.
I always getting confused. I thought it was no, I thought it was Beaufort.
I thought it was Beaufort.
Yeah, that's what
No,
I thought too.
No,
He
it is
just
not
jumped
Beaufort.
in
Yep, Beaufort
to
jumps.
talk
Oh
to
no,
him.
he explained it about it being crochet.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
He said it can't be a napkin. It's crochet. There's all holes in it. All right, Evan. This is a behind the scenes one, so this is a little bit of a tougher one, but I think you have a good chance. According to their actor, which dwarf has a kleptomaniac issue?
Nori?
Nori is correct. He says it in the appendices that he talks about how Nori is actually quite peeved that Bilbo is being brought on to be the burglar, since Nori fancies himself as a bit of a burglar himself.
And he steals a bunch of stuff from Rivendell, too.
This is correct. You can see it in the movie. All right, Joe, we're back to you. If I grab the mouse and not my handmade dice. so I can actually switch my camera. What 4 occupations did Balin mention when referring to the other dwarves at Bag End? And I will preface this by saying, since there's 4 of them, and this is a bit of a tough one, this question is worth 150 points. It's kind of your daily double. No pressure at all. You have to get all 4 correct in order to score any points for this question. And that goes for everybody.
Okay, burglar.
No.
Starting off on the wrong foot, Joe. All right, Kevin, you want to show them how it's done? What 4 occupations did Balin mention when referring to the dwarves at Bag End? Robert, this will come to you if he can't get it.
Blacksmiths.
Yes. No, I'm
Merchants.
sorry. Blacksmith is not an
No.
answer. I thought it was, but
What?
I mistook it. It is not blacksmith is not correct. Right, Robert, you want to take a shot at this?
Yeah, merchant,
Correct.
toy maker.
Correct.
Honest, Smith is one that I remembered, but yeah, so
No Smith. All right, Dan, we're coming to you. And then finishing with Evan if you can't get it.
Let's see. One's was it tinkerers and toy makers,
Yep.
and then the only other part I remember is but there are still warriors amongst us.
So you
So
only know
warriors.
2. 2 of the 4. That is incorrect. All right, Evan, you are the master of the Hobbit. I expect you to knock all 4 of these out with ease. Go for it.
The only ones I can think of, I know 3 of them for sure, but the 4th one, I'm just going to have to throw out a guess and pray. The 3 that I know is simple merchants, tinkers, toy makers, and then I'm just going to venture a guess at the last one and hope barkeeps.
I'm gonna make this easy for you guys. It rhymes. Merchants, miners, tinkers, and toy
Oh, damn
makers.
it.
yeah.
I was thinking about miners.
What are dwarfs? They are great miners.
Miners,
Come on
yeah.
now, people. I am a little disappointed, but it is to be
I was-
expected.
I was way off with
And
the
then-
burglar thing, wasn't I?
You had too much nori on the brain, my friend. All right, so that does kill this round. And we are looking at a very interesting scoreboard, I will say. So we have Dan still in the lead, 950. Robert and Evan tied. Oh, I'm sorry, not Robert and Evan. Robert, did you
and
get
Joe?
Yeah, Robert and Joe, you guys are tied at 750. Evan at 850 and Kevin at 800. So,
Okay.
Joe, you already had options to steal first several times. So I will give the tiebreaker to Robert in the opportunity to steal points this time for wrongly answered questions. And it is also Robert's turn. Bilbo Baggins' mother was a member of which famous Hobbit family?
Oh snap!
Ooh, I know this
The
one.
good thing is you get
I
2
know- I
chances
know
because
this
you
one,
can
but-
steal from yourself.
I know this one, and as soon as you ask me the question, it goes blank.
Tick tock, Clarice. Tick tock.
Yeah, well, I get it wrong, and then I get another clock reset for for more time.
Well, it has to be like that.
Yeah, she's not a Baggins. She's a Took, isn't she?
She's a took. Yes.
That's right.
Because he awoke his tookish side. Something inside
Yeah.
him, if his tookish side awoke him.
He was related to the bull roar.
Yes. I was a little worried there. I was a little worried
a
there.
took.
Yeah, I mean, of course I know that one.
Hey, you got it right in the long run, so that is what is important. Okay, Kevin, here we go. This is coming to you. After almost being left behind, Bilbo decides that he indeed wanted to be part of the adventure, signing the contract and running to catch up with the dwarfs. They put him on a pony, which was something he had not anticipated at all. What did he say they had to go back for because he had forgotten it?
Handkerchief.
Correct. And you guys thought I gave you hard questions. Apparently, Took was
Now,
a
where
very
did he
hard
get a
one.
handkerchief?
All right, Dan. This is a two-part question. You can score 150 points. Bilbo helps the dwarves escape from the elven halls of Thranduil by putting them in what?
Barrels.
What are they normally full of?
Wine.
That is correct. You have scored your 150 for this round. What's your name? Dan. Works better if I actually know the names of my own friends. All right, now, Evan, we're coming to you. What illness does Balin tell Bilbo that Thorin and his grandfather both suffered from?
Dragon sickness?
Dragon sickness is correct. All right. That's what I'm talking about right
Come on,
there.
guys, give me a chance to to steal some of these.
Joe's going to do it.
I'm about to.
All right, Joe. This is a 200-point question. It is a it's a two-part question, and you can do it. I have faith in you. During their time in the troll saws, while taking a break, camping at night. Yeah, I can't read my own handwriting. What does Bilbo feed his pony?
An apple.
What is the name of his pony?
Myrtle.
That is correct. You get your 200 points. Congratulations. I was kind of hoping some folks wouldn't know what the name of the horse is. There are some folks who don't know that, as sad as it is. All right, so another round down.
That's me. I'm folks.
It's okay, bro. You make up for it in other areas like loving Rohan, so I'm okay with that. So that's another round down, and Dan has cemented himself firmly in first place, getting his 150 points. He's at 1,100. I am looking at Evan and Joe now tied at 950. Kevin has 900, and Robert is right there at 850, ready to steal any questions coming his way, including the one he's about to answer for his turn. Who killed Ace? This is a three-part question. This is who killed Thor? Thror.
Sorry,
Thror.
say again?
Who killed Thror? I said Thor. I know.
Thror?
Who
That
killed-
would be Azog.
How?
Chopped off his head
Why did he want to kill Thror?
to end the line of Durin.
That is correct. You just scored yourself 200 points. Congratulations. You are no longer in last place. That's what I'm talking about right there. If I can find my paper. All right, Kevin. This is an easy one. Well, for some people. I know somebody's spouse really loved this character. I can't remember whose it was, but they really loved it. Nope, I don't remember. Which dwarf is mortally wounded by a Morgul arrow while
Feely.
es- Incorrect.
It's John's wife. What?
It is not Feely. Incorrect. Robert, you have
shit.
you have the option to steal this one.
Oh,
That would be Keely,
Keely is the correct answer.
the Heartbreaker dwarf.
Handsome boy.
Don't
I
feel
was getting
bad,
too
Kevin.
Confused myself.
Don't feel bad.
Myself.
Me too. I honestly just usually call him Feely Keely. I can never remember it. As sad as it sounds, you'd think I would know. Dan, you should know. You have a twin brother. You I mean, come on now.
But we're already in Elder here. We're not Philly and Killy.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Maybe, well, I don't know, the beard kind of.
Yeah.
Well-
maybe more of a Philly Killy.
You have an
Yeah,
option.
I have a poster of all like the Hobbit dwarves, and I only know a few of them. I tried like one night, oh yeah, which one's which?
You gotta go with the rhyme. If you can't do them out of order.
Yeah, exactly.
Feely
Yep.
Keely, Beefy, Biffer, Boffer, Bumper, Nori, Dory, Ori. All right, Dan. 150 points is on the table here for you. Who shoots the arrow that mortally wounds Keely during his escape?
Bolg,
Who is Bolg?
Azog's son.
Spawn of Azog, but I'll take son. Because they don't really,
Yeah, they don't really reproduce, I guess.
They don't really
Yeah.
explain.
They
that.
do.
They don't really.
Oh, they
explain
do.
it.
And it's awful.
No home videos of that.
Evan, I was
Nope.
going to say, Evan, it sounds like you have seen this in action, and I don't want to know any more than that. So thank you.
No, you don't. It's horrifying.
I thought there was some dark
He's gone
magic.
real far.
He's
Yeah,
gone-
I've dug into orc lore pretty deep. It's you don't want to know. I'll tell you later.
He's gone real deep in the Reddit and 4chan looking for this.
I have found a lot of stuff myself, especially in the appendices, and a lot of History of the Ages is the only YouTube channel I can think of off the top of my head who really deep dives into it. And after researching what they looked at, it is pretty disgusting, to be completely honest.
It's grimy.
It-
Yeah.
Yes. To put it simply, it is grimy.
Is it worse than Lurt's getting?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Yep.
turn to something that we all like. And this
Yeah.
answer is one of them. At least for me, it's my favorite. Upon catching Bilbo, the three trolls wonder, this is you, Evan, if
Mhm.
there were enough burglar hobbits out there to make a what?
Hi.
Correct. And I love pies. So anybody who can make a pie will make me a very happy man. And my wife makes the best pecan pie out there. So there we go. All right, Joe, we are coming now to you, the end of all things. This is a 3-part, 200-point question. Which
Yeah.
dwarf decides to bury some gold found in the troll cave?
Oh, I know this one.
Isn't it? What's his name? The guy with the horn for his ear.
Mm.
Ori?
That is,
Oh no,
that is incorrect.
that's
And
not it.
Kevin, you were in last place at the start, so you can steal this one. Who is the dwarf that decides to bury some of the gold found in the troll cave?
Dwalin.
That
No,
is
Can I
incorrect.
steal this? Steal it?
Hold
I
on,
thought
let
he
me
was the
just.
one that was like, we're making a long-term deposit.
That was
Nope,
not
but I know
Dwalin.
exactly who said that.
That was not Dwalin. Dan, go ahead.
It's glowing.
It is glowing. Yes, the
Come
father
Come on,
of
Joe,
our
you should-
favorite
you should-
dwarf,
you should,
Gimli.
man, that he was so butthurt that this adventure has bled him dry. Yeah, he's all about the moolah.
All right,
So,
so
who got that point then?
Dan.
Okay.
So coming back to Joe for the follow-up questions, you have a chance to redeem yourself here. There's 100 points on the table. What does glowing say about the gold that he is burying? He is
Oh my gosh, dude, come on.
Making a long-term deposit?
correct. And he says
Whoever
this
said it.
too while this individual is giving him a disdainful look.
Thorin?
Thorin, that is wrong. Kevin, who does he
Ah.
say it to?
The Ballin, isn't it?
No, hold on, Robert. You are coming, but you're
What?
after Kevin.
Okay.
Gandalf.
Gandalf is incorrect. I will say this, it's not Balin, Robert, so go ahead and give me your correct answer.
Bilbo.
Bilbo is incorrect. Dan, who is it?
All right, let's see.
Who is standing there looking disdainfully down at Glowin while he is burying the gold?
Isn't it Philly?
That is incorrect. Come on, Chump in the East. Who is it?
Dwalin.
Dwalin is correct because Dwalin's only love for life is to bash things with. I forgot the name of his two swords, but we know. But you get my point. He is all about kill, kill, kill. He gives no love for gold. He is a killing dwarf. So Glowin decides to make a long-term investment to the disdain of Dwalin, who just wants to get back on the road so he can go and try and kill some orcs. So yes, that was a crazy one. Joe got his half point. And Evan gets one as well. So, Joe, that gives you a full point. That's a good thing. And Evan, that gives you a full point now. All right. So, that's another round in the books. And we are looking at some very interesting scores here. So, Kevin, I'm sorry. You're still in last place, my friend. You still have a chance to steal everybody's questions. You're still at 900 points. Joe, you're slipping back behind now. You're down to you're at 1,000. Don't let Kevin usurp you. You will have a second chance to get these. Evan is at 1,100. Robert is at 1150, and Dan is kicking everybody's ass at 1350 because he knew.
I actually just watched all these movies the last 2 days, not knowing that what this was going to be about.
We even
So-
talked about this 2 weeks ago, but he's just like, okay, I'm sure to watch it. It's either very good coincidence or he's just using some reverse psychology to be like, I'm just kidding, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, I am. I know what I'm doing. All right, Robert, we are back to you.
Ready.
At the feast at Bag End, who begins throwing Bilbo's dishes around in the process of clearing the table?
Bofer.
It is not Bofer. All right, Kevin, you have a chance to steal this, and then it goes to Joe. Which dwarf is it?
That starts it.
Yes. At the feast in Bag End, which dwarf begins throwing the Bilbo's dishes around during the process of clearing the table?
I don't know. Keely.
Close, maybe, but it is not Keely. Joe, who is it?
Really?
Feely is correct. I know that was a hard one, right? When I give it away, I feel like I just gave it away. But hey, what can I say?
I appreciate the free points, Jason.
I appreciate the free win last Saturday night. Hey, when you get every single priority in MESBG, you usually are going to win.
Especially when you're playing Rohan. You're not gonna.
Well, it was a bad scenario, but that's neither here nor there. All right, Kevin, here we go. Let's make up for this. Who starts the song Blunt the Knives? Which dwarf begins singing first? I'll give you a hint. You said it.
Keely.
That is correct. If I just give you a spoonful of sugar. I do feel your pain.
Evan
On
wasn't
that
even looking.
Look, I disagree wholeheartedly, but not the movies. I mean, just
Kevin, I do
the
want you
book.
to
I
know
don't
that
the book's more fun.
I do want you to know, Kevin, that
It's
as
less
I'm
dark.
going from person to person, I am blowing their screen up on my screen, so the entire world well, whoever's watching this. Is there anybody even watching this? Hey, we got a few people viewing. Hey, Sai.
Hey.
Sai said something.
Nothing better to do on a Saturday night?
Yeah. Well, I mean, what can I say? They gotta love us. So, all right, moving along. That went to Kevin. All right, Dan, I got a tough one for you. During the riddles in the dark, Gollum says, "Shut up!" To which Bilbo responds, "I didn't say anything." Gollum's reply is, "Was it talking to you?" Who's he talking to?
Your mother.
Bilbo.
Wasn't talking to you, Bilbo.
He said, who is he talking to? Oh, okay. I misunderstood the question. I thought you what the question was is I was talking to you. Who's he talking to when he said that?
who was he telling to shut up?
Smeagol.
Himself.
Yeah.
Just spoon some more into your guys' point charts. Okay, so did anybody else other than me just about die in laughter because I was not holding it together? I think I saw Robert just like go, "What the hell?" Joe sank a little lower in his seat. He's like, "Oh shit, that guy is an exact twin to me, and he just did this."
I don't know, it's probably no less cringy than some of my answers I've given.
Fair enough. Dan, we love you. I swear. I guess I love all y'all because I just spoon feed the answers to you. All right. I don't have to spoon feed to this guy. He's our reigning champ at this, and I know he's going to get this question correct. Bard sneaks the dwarves into Lake Town and hides them in his home. Later on, the dwarves learn who Bard really is. Who is Bard? And
Is a descendant of Girion, Lord of Dale.
that is correct. That is exactly the answer I'm looking for. I think you found my trivia question page that I was using.
I wish.
Well, it is his favorite MESPG character, so.
Really?
I don't hate him that much. I just think that he is too good because he's famous for failing.
Girion? Yeah. Well, it's funny you should say that.
I
Joe.
don't hate him.
He had a
Joe,
really hard problem, though. You know, you
what
gotta give
is
him a little slack.
what is Girion
Nope, none.
blamed for by the Master of Lake Town, Joe?
Wait, was Bard get blamed
What
for?
is Girion blamed for by the Master of Lake Town?
He failed to kill the beast.
There you go. His failure to kill Smaug. Pretty simple indeed. What can I say? Some of these questions just go hand in hand. They make it real easy. All right, so
So
look
that extra 50 points then?
for who? No, that was a separate question. That's a whole
Okay.
100. All right, so we are looking at Kevin still being in last place. Kevin, you're killing me, bro. I'm trying. But Joe and Evan are tied at 1200. Robert has 1150, and Dan is just like, all right, at 1450. So, Robert, take it away from me.
Sure.
How does the initial orc army get to the Lonely Mountain? And I'm not talking about when they're marching. What do they do?
Through the worm tunnels.
Correct. I figured I should probably say that or I'd get a smart ass response from someone like Joe.
Yeah, they walked.
All right, Kevin, this is an easy one, but I don't think you're going to get it.
Probably not.
In the cave in the Misty Mountains after the Stone Giant attack and before being captured by the goblins, who had the first watch?
Oh,
You got two chances, one for your initial and one because you're in last. Come on, you got this. 13 dwarves.
Keely.
Keely is
Oh.
incorrect. So what's your second guess?
Feely.
Feely is
Oh.
incorrect. Oh gosh. All right.
I think those might be
always
the
have
only
to
two
watch.
dwarves he knows.
I
No.
think-
You have to know more dwarves than that.
Robert, you are next up. Can you steal this from him?
The one that always has the watch when Bilbo's up to something.
Every time.
Bofer.
Bofer is
Wait,
the correct.
really?
Yes,
Mhm.
Bofer.
Because I know Bofer was the one when Bilbo was going over the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
It's always Bofer. Bofer and
Every time Bilbo tries to leave,
did-
Bofer's
yeah,
on
Bofer
watch.
and Bilbo are like this, man. They're
So-
like on lock.
So that was the first watch also?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was like later on.
No,
And I
Philly
thought
and
it was
Killy
like-
get picked to watch the horses before the trolls.
Yeah. And then they were told to go find a cave, and I thought that they had first watch because
No.
they're
He
idiots.
told Thorin said, Bofer, you have first watch.
Okay.
All right, Dan, you
Lord of the
ready?
Rings is better.
All right.
I'd
so
say that if I was in
Robert
last place
stole that.
too.
Who was the first dwarf to try and free Bilbo from the trolls? Kevin, this is your favorite one, so when it's coming to you, you should get this right.
Yeah, I
Well,
think it's-
I've just been rotating between who I say first, so it's a 50-50 shot.
let's see. It's I believe it's Keely.
Keely is the correct answer. Yes, sir. Well done. Like you said, it's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. I remember that part. Yeah.
But Keely
It's
comes out, and Keely is the romance dwarf for those who
Yeah.
cannot remember that either.
Handsome boy.
Funny side note, Dino
Sorry, boy.
Gorman was not actually the original Feely. He came in after many of the first shots were done for the Unexpected Journey. And then he had to reshoot them all with green screens and stunt actors. So just a little bit of, trivia there for you. Trivia inside the trivia game.
Yeah, I knew that was the case with Viggo Mortensen. I didn't realize it was the same case with him.
All right, Evan.
Yeah.
What dwarf did the one troll pick up to eat whole before Bilbo stopped him by saying the whole lot of them are infested in paradise with parasites?
Bomber.
Bomper is correct.
Paradise.
Paradise. What can I say? I'm thinking of white sandy beaches. You
I was
know,
thinking the cheeseburgers.
I don't even think those three trolls would know what like paradise was.
that's not my paradise either. I'd rather be in the mountains than the beach. So I spent too many years on the beach. All right, Joe. Who's the oldest dwarf in Thorne's company?
Thorin.
What? What?
No, Thorin
Joe.
is.
No, dude.
Yeah,
Kevin,
look it up.
No.
teach him.
Balin.
Balin is the correct answer.
It's
Oh, wait a
not
minute.
Keely or Keely.
I thought
No.
Thorin was the oldest. I'm gonna Google this right now. I
According
swear.
to the movies, Balin is the
Oh,
old.
He's got some white ass hair. You seen that beard?
Come on now.
I thought it was Oin.
Yeah, Balin was already middle age when the dragon came,
Yes.
and Thorn, snagged him.
That's
his
true, yeah.
middle age, but inside, so he doesn't get toasted.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a give me question, Joe, and you messed it up, dude.
He's sitting here looking at
Like
Google
brotherly
so
love.
hard right now, like, no, Balin is not the answer. It is Thorin. I would say that it's close.
I knew it wasn't Thorin.
I do believe that in the true Tolkien Legendarium book, that Thorin is the oldest, and it is said it. But in the movies,
It's Balin. He was 178.
We all know that the movie does not follow the book.
Not 100%.
Azog's not a thing, and Dane kills. Well,
Oh, Dane kills Azog,
Azog.
and Beorn kills
Joe
Oh.
has gone out of print, out of touch with reality, because he's slamming his head in the wall right now. Or he's going to get another blue moon in his misery. Joe, you're not in last place. Kevin's still in last place, so he still will have the chance to score the questions first on the steals. So,
it's all part of my plan.
there you go.
So with round 12, our scores are Jason,
Kevin at 1100, Joe at 1200, Evan at 1300, Robert at 1350, and Dan at 1550. I see a hand over Robert. Is somebody coming in and giving you some love
yeah.
there, Robert?
Yeah, that was my son
Hi, son.
who's gonna be put to work here really soon.
There you go. Tell him to go find some trivia questions.
Hey, Benny, say hi.
Hi, Benny. Tell him to
I feel like
tell him to pick me
I
up
feel
some
like-
Mods pizza, because that stuff was good. I could totally go for another one of those.
I feel like I was cheated because
You
Thorin.
didn't know the answer?
No, well, because like Dixon had like trivia after all of his games, and I was walking by and listening. He's like, "Who's the oldest member in Thorin's company?" And he's like, "Thorin." So that's why I was like, Johnny on the
In-
spot. I was like, "Oh, it's Thorin."
In the
Well, I'm
books.
sorry, buddy.
But this is all about the movies.
It's
True. Okay.
So moving along, Robert, it is your turn.
Yay!
What is the name of the hedgehog that Radagast was trying to save from the dark powers of the
Oh,
spiders?
snap.
Oh,
I know this one.
I know this one.
I know this one.
Okay, all right,
I
all right.
know this one too.
Before
It's another
everyone
one where I
starts
just blank.
yelling out, this is Robert's a chance to get it right first, and then it goes to Kevin, who clearly is having a hard time with it, and then it goes to Joe. So, Robert, you are on the clock with 10 seconds to go.
Oh, I'm gonna feel really stupid here. I'm really stupid.
I
'cause
will say, this hedgehog actually dealt a wound at RGS to Théoden.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, like this last year's one?
Yes,
Yeah,
the one
this
that just
last
happened
one.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, he struck a winning
in-
victory.
Yep, in Contest of Champions.
And it's not Sonic.
No.
I'll throw it out there.
All right, Robert, what
Although
is-
I did pick my. I picked my Radagast.
I know
Ooh.
the answer, but I'm drawing a complete blank. Time me out.
All right, Kevin,
My
what do you...
dog's just staring at me.
Actually, hey Benny, what's the name of the hedgehog
Kevin,
that
what
Radagast has?
Kevin, what do you got? 5 seconds, Kevin.
It's not Keely.
Sebastian.
Sebastian
Damn
is
it.
the right
It's,
answer.
it's
It's not Keely.
It's not Keely.
Sebastian, that's it.
Sebastian is the right answer. Keely and Feely. I'm dying over here. Feely or Keely, I got a 50% chance it's right. No, in this situation, you have a 0%. 0.0 is wrong when it comes to Feely and Keely.
It's like
When it's a
Radagast.
question about a dwarf,
Hey, Benny, come here.
it's a what? I guess
Radagast.
a 1 in 13%
There
or
you
1 in
go.
13 chance to
There
be
you go.
50% correct.
It's like Radagast thought that he was so handsome he named his hedgehog after him.
I did.
You named him Keely.
All right, now.
If I had a hedgehog, I'd name him Keely.
I would too. Actually, I'd probably name him
Handsome boy.
Sonic. Just to annoy Dan over there. All right, Kevin. Here you go. This is a two-part question. You've got a chance to get some points here and jump above Joe. We're at 150 points here. You ready? While in
No.
Lake... fair enough.
One, two.
This is not a dwarf question. While in Lake Town...
Keely or Keely.
While in Lake Town, who saves the wounded dwarf from the poison of the Morgul wound era?
Tariel.
Correct. So that's your 50 points. What two things does she use to do it? And there are
Her
two.
love. King's foil.
Fair? Come on, you got to get both.
Magic.
Magic is correct. Elven magic along with King's Foil is what makes King Foil so potent. So yes, that is the correct answer. You do get your half point for that.
And love.
Congratulations. Yeah.
So what's that? How many points is that worth?
150. That's a little bit too much interracial love there for me. I like to keep the stunted ones to
Oh.
themselves. Badoosh! I just got flagged by YouTube.
Yeah, because you're monetary.
I'm not at enough sponsors yet. But I would.
Does
It
that
would
put
be
me-
great if people survive or subscribe.
Survived? Is that what you...
That too.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd
There's
be okay.
multiple levels of this game.
Exactly. It's Hunger Games now. The loser gets.
Wait
Joe,
till we get
yes,
to round
that
two.
Joe, that does put you in last place, but Kevin started the round in last place, so he does still get the chance to steal all the questions first. So you better hope he doesn't get too many more steals.
All part of the plan.
All right, Dan. Where did the secret passage lead Thorin's company in An Unexpected Journey when they are fleeing from Azog's hunters?
Rivendell.
Rivendell is the correct answer. See, nothing to worry about, Joe. These are easy questions. See, and then
Ah,
Evan's
Joseph. Joe, here's the 500-point question.
and it's going to be super hard.
Oh, great.
All right, you ready, Evan? This is a really hard one. Who finds the secret
Okay.
passage in The Unexpected Journey?
That guy with the pointy hat, that Gandalf
The
guy.
pointy hat guy. I will take pointy hat guy. I like pointy hat guy. I too have a
I was
pointed
gonna
hat.
say Dumbledore.
I have a pointed hat.
Oh, is Dumbledore not the answer?
Mine says dunce.
No, it's Keely.
Oh.
It's Keely. There you go. It is definitely
This
Keely.
one's Feely. This one's Feely.
Oh, this one's yeah. This one's
Yeah,
Feely.
yeah. I'm an idiot.
No, I'm sure my next question's gonna...
Joe, if you get this, Dan, I'm telling you this right now. If Joe gets this question wrong, I swear to God, we are revoking his MESBG license. During the feast at the Bag End, Gandalf says, "And thus the battle was won, and the game of golf invented at the same time." What battle is he speaking of?
Dude, you don't know this one? I can tell look at your face, you don't know this one. I know this one.
Isn't it like isn't it the Battle of the Gladden Fields or something like that? In the Shire?
No!
No, that's where Isildur got killed.
Joe, how
I
many
know
beers have you had?
Jason, can I steal this one? I know this one.
Can I steal this? You already have too many points.
Kevin, what's the battle that he's referring to?
I know it.
I
Is it
know.
Bywater?
No.
Or is that a different? No, that was the
Robert-
That was, fucking Sharky.
Battle of the Greenfield.
Battle of the Green Fields. Joe, what in the hell, man?
Yeah, was defeated with a swing of the mighty axe
Yes.
of Borwar the
Golfing
Took,
Bull.
and his head went flying 100 yards into a rabbit hole, and thus the battle was won,
won
and
in-
the
That was
game of golf invented.
I was halfway there at the field.
Is Bywater the?
That was in the War of the Ring. That was when Sharky and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Battle by Water is
Yeah.
in the Scouring of the Shire.
That is correct.
When they liberate the Shire after the war's over.
Joe, what the hell?
I don't know how you didn't get that one, dude.
It's a Hobbit player who's played with
I-
Bullroarer Took. Is it because Bullroarer and Golfin Bull are going out of print in MESBG that you're just so saddened you couldn't remember that question?
Yeah, I spent I bought some OOP models on eBay earlier, and I'm I had to have a few drinks to,
You will have to tell us about these OOP models that you have bought. But until then, let's finish with the game first. So after this round of debauchery, we have a new last place winner, and it is Joe
Let me get.
at
Oh,
1,200
again.
points. Kevin has
Yeah.
moved up to 1,350. Congratulations, Kevin.
Hey.
Robert, I have you at 1,450. Evan, I have you at 1,400. And Dan, I have you sitting pretty at 1,650. So Joe will get first dibs at everything. And then Evan. I'm sorry, not Evan. Kevin, and then Evan. Evan is slowly right in the middle of the pack of the 5. And this is where he was at last time. And then he just whoosh, right up. So I do think this competition is making it a little harder. All right, guys. So this is going to be the hardest question by far. Because not only am I testing your knowledge, I'm testing your memory of order of events. I don't think anybody will get this question right. So that being said, it is worth 250 points. There is a hard timer on this. Once you have been passed by, I ask that you please either mute your mic or do not say anything to give it away to somebody else. Robert, this is your question. You do have first shot.
Thanks.
In the riddles in the dark scene, what is the answer to Golem's second riddle? I'm going to give you 20 seconds, and then, Joe, it's coming to you. So
I
take
remember
your-
what the second riddle was.
Exactly.
Wind.
Wind is the correct
That's correct,
answer.
yeah.
That is the correct answer. Way to go, Robert. That's what I'm talking about right there. So that gives you a huge boost to jump you up there, and I am very impressed and proud that you got that right, sir. Congratulations. You should be very proud of yourself. All right, Kevin. So, following up with wind as the answer, this is another one that will test you. What was the actual riddle? This is worth 150 points.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough.
Just call it now.
Was it Feely and Keely?
Joe, do you know what the riddle was?
Was it the Gladden Fields?
Dan, I wish you still lived with him so you could just walk in the other room and just smack him in the head. Do you have an answer, Joe, or do you want to pass it?
No,
along?
I don't know.
You
I'll
have
pass.
no idea. All right, Evan, you are middle of the pack. What do you think who has after Joe? Kevin already went
Joe,
and
it's Evan.
failed. Yeah. So Evan,
Yeah,
what
Evan
is?
says-
Yep, Evan, what do you think the answer is?
Actually, really excited that this one came to me because I know it, and the answer is Bolg.
Oh God! All right, Robert. You were in second place at the start of the round, even though you are
Voice-
now winning.
Yeah,
Give it to me.
yeah. Voiceless, it mutters. Oh God, I'm gonna feel horrible in about
I'm gonna
10
stop you.
seconds after I stop.
I'm gonna stop you right now. You've already gotten it wrong.
Yeah.
Dan, do you know this riddle?
Oh, is it alive without breath, as cold as death, never thirsty, never drinking?
That's the fish one.
That's the fish one.
Oh,
Voiceless it cries, wingless it flutters, toothless it bites, mouthless it mutters. It is the
That yeah,
wind.
that's
That is the question for that. So it was a tough one. It probably was worth more than the original question that I asked there that Robert got correct. But if you actually could remember the order of the questions, I thought that was worth a good deal. And then knowing that wind was the answer, I was hoping that would catapult some folks' brains and neurons into the correct answer. And clearly I was wrong, which all of you were as well. So fair enough. So I think whose question was that? That was yours, correct, Kevin?
That was Kevin's question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dan. So here we go. 2-part question, 150 points on the line. Who discovers that it is moonlight that will reveal the door into the lonely mountain and not daylight as everyone had assumed?
Yeah, it's Bilbo.
Good. What moon was it?
Oh, a crescent moon.
I'm looking for the season.
Autumn.
Crescent moon. Okay, that works. Crescent moon is
Yeah,
right. I
first
didn't
moon of
include
autumn.
that. But the
First day. Yeah.
Yep,
first
the
moon of
first
autumn.
moon of autumn. Correct.
Yeah.
All right, so Dan with a +1/2 there. Alrighty, moving on to Evan. All right, Evan. This is a 3-part question worth 250 points. After being cornered by the Goblin King, he utters, "You thought you could escape me? What are you going to do now, wizard?" What does Gandalf do?
Pokes him in the eye.
And then,
Slices his stomach open.
and then,
The Goblin King says,
no.
Oh, bad timing.
"That'll do it," and falls over. And then
So you said he jabs him in the eye, slices his gut open.
Yeah.
I think he's frozen. Are you frozen? Are you
for
there?
a second.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm here now.
Okay. So jabs him in the eye, slices his gut.
Yeah.
What happens after that?
The Goblin King says, "That'll do it," and then falls over dead, and the platform breaks,
That is
and then
incorrect. There is something else that happens. Joe, do you want to educate him?
Yeah, he cuts. He like slashes the Goblin King's throat.
Yep. Jabs his eye with the staff.
It's like the gobbler.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
gets up under
Yeah,
the
the-
gobbler. Yes. So, Joe, you do get that question. Congratulations. That is correct. And then
How
going
many
back,
points is that?
that's
how many points?
100. So this is the
Oh.
50-point question. Going back to Evan for a chance to redeem himself. What improv line does the actor say in this scene?
that'll do it.
That'll do it. That is correct. That is worth
Yeah, that'll
150.
about do it.
Evan. Now, the big one. This is the 100-point part. This is your third question. If he gets this wrong, it's coming to you, Joe. Who is this actor?
Couldn't tell you.
Joe, do you know who this actor is?
It's Killy.
Hey, that was my line.
It's Philly.
Oh my God! They test my patience. Oh, just Kevin. What, Joe?
No, I was gonna say I remember I IMDb'd like the entire crew when the movie came out. I was like, oh, that guy. I never seen him in a movie before.
Kevin,
Oh.
do you know it, or do I should I just go to Robert?
Philly.
Robert.
Over.
Oh my God, Dan.
I have a shot in the dark. I have a shot in the dark. Is it Stephen Fry?
That is incorrect. Stephen
It
Fry
is.
is the master of
Yeah.
Lake Town.
I know he's the master. I thought he was also. I thought
No,
he was
it is
Goblin-
Barry
Goblin King.
Humphreys. Barry Humphreys is
It's
the actor.
Morgan
Okay.
Freeman. He's in everything.
Samuel L. Jackson did it.
Oh my God. This is what happens when you get a
What's in
bunch
your
of nerds
wallet?
together that don't know any questions.
I don't care about actors.
You should. I'm just saying. All right, Joe. What does Radagast bring Gandalf wrapped up from Dol Guldur?
Morgul Blade.
That is correct. Hey, at least you got that right, even though you didn't know the green fields.
Oh, it was the Gladden Fields.
This is Joe and my relationship. I make fun of him. He gives me smart ass remarks. It's a love-hate relationship. He hates me. I love him. You know, it's how we roll. I don't know how any of these 5 guys even agreed to this. I know they all think I'm an idiot and they all think I'm slime. So whatever. All right. So
I'm in it for the trophy.
You're in it for the trophy.
I'm in it for the beer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Jason.
I didn't- I
one of
didn't
those
get that-
cans of Perseverance.
I didn't get that DoorDash,
get it, bro.
Jason. Is it lost?
Is it lost? No,
Yeah.
it was redirected to my house.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, it came with my nice new beer koozie. So
Did you get some Taco Bell?
no, we had Chinese food tonight.
Oh, so you're gonna be sitting on the toilet either way.
No, actually, Chinese food usually doesn't hit me till the morning. Taco Bell never
Oh.
hits me. Pizza hits me the night before.
Taco Bell. It's me.
I don't know why people
No.
hate Taco Bell. I never have issues with it. So,
I don't hate Taco Bell. I love it, but it hates me.
all right, guys. So I'm going to do some scorekeeping catch-ups right here real quick. So I'm looking at Joe with 1,400 points.
Yep.
I'm getting too many little dash lines, so I'm summing it all up. Dan, I have you at 1,800 points.
Yep.
Evan is sitting pretty at 1,450.
Yep.
Robert is sitting even prettier at 1,700.
Yep.
And Kevin at 1,350.
Yep.
So, Kevin, you have the chance to answer these questions first, and then it will go to Joe for stealing, and then Evan, and then Robert, and last Dan. So Dan over here using his sneaky, I've just casually watched the movies all week, even though I had no idea what was going on, is definitely, in my opinion, the surprise of the group. Evan, you have let me down. All you said when we did The Lord of the Rings was, give me Hobbit questions.
The not being able to steal anyone's questions has been a serious handicap.
I get,
Because that's
After
how I
last
won
game?
the last one.
Yeah. After last game, yeah, that's exactly how you won the last one.
I like I said, I wanted to try and keep it a little more because he was like 1,000 points below and ended up 1,000 points ahead. All right, so moving on, Robert, you do have first shot for this round. Here we go.
Ready.
What does Ori say he doesn't like to eat while at Rivendell?
Green food.
Green food is correct. Yes, sir.
My sons don't like green food either.
You know, I don't either, but, you know, I'm already fat, so I got to eat a little bit to keep me regular, especially when I'm just sitting here talking about pizza and Chinese food and Taco Bell and, you know, all other kind of crap. So I got to eat something green. Otherwise, you know, I never would poop. Of course, coffee does that for me quite well. All right,
I think we're getting into TMI.
I mean, everybody drinks coffee.
Exactly.
Everybody drinks coffee. Well, every American drinks coffee. I don't know about, you know, the rest of y'all. Coffee is good. Coffee is great.
It's kind of like that kid on Wife Swap. Hey, bacon is good for me.
This is true. All right, Kevin. We're back to you. I will preface this by saying it's not Feely and Keely. Who in Ribbon? This is a two-part question. 150 points on the line here. Who of the 13 dwarfs only speaks in Khazad-dûm?
I know which one. I just don't know his name.
I know this one.
At Rivendell?
No, just in general. Of which of the 13 dwarfs throughout the entire movies, until the end, only speaks in Khazad-dûm?
Okay, that gave it. What's his name?
Starts
Yep.
with a B.
Oh my god, I know who it is. I don't know his name though.
Oh, God.
Owen? No. Yeah.
I said it starts with a B.
Oh shit. Okay. Whatever. I'm wrong.
Oh, I know.
Evan, you can steal your own question because you're in last place. Come on now. Give me one of the three that starts with a B. And please don't say the one I think you're going to want to say.
I'm not going to say Bomber if that's what you were thinking.
Okay, thank you. So you have a 50-50 shot here. God, it's like spoon feeding these people.
Biffer?
Biffer is
Hey, there you go,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right,
The
you
only
ready?
reason I remember that is from SBG with the Bofer on the clubby boy.
There you go. All right, so here's a really, really hard question now. Since you went through all the work to do that, why does he only speak in Khazad-dûm?
Because he's got the accent in his forehead.
There you
There you go.
go.
Because I was like, they all speak in English, and then you said at the end, and that's when I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Khazad-dûm.
when
he
the egg
he
is
speaks
pulled out of
in
his head, he brings
Khazad-dûm.
it back.
Mhm.
Yeah, here you go, cousin. Take that away from me.
So going along with this, Dan, at the Battle of Five Armies, Biffer's axe blade is used to kill an orc and comes out. When Bomper returns with the axe and attempts to give it to Biffer, what does Biffer say?
Yeah, I know
Whoa.
this one.
And I need
don't
the
remember
word for word response.
Oh.
My headache went away.
Nope. All right, Kevin, steal it. Do you know it? You seemed really like
Ver-
it's ver-
verbatim?
verbatim.
No.
What does he say?
You know where you can stick this?
That is correct.
Holy shit! What's up, Vader?
I will be honest. It is you know where you can stick that, but I'm willing to give it to you because of the fact that you were that fucking close, and you went from like an extreme high, like I know it, I know it. No, I don't know it. Yeah, I will give it to you on that one. That is a good one, Kevin. All right. So working on a round, we are back to Evan. Who in Rivendell notices the extreme stress of a table that Bomper is resting his immense self upon, and casually tosses him a piece of sausage, at which the table breaks to the delight of all the company. Who was
Bofer.
this? Bofer is the correct answer. Yes, sir. Look at that. I didn't even need to finish the question. He's just like, shut up and give me my points, bro. All right, Joe, we're back on you now. You ready for this? This is a two-part question. It is worth 200 points because to actually know the second answer, you either had to be really paying attention, which isn't really hard, or you need to be a little bit cultured. Either way, I figured it's worth 100 extra points. When Bilbo goes towards the mountain trolls to get back their horses, what food was one of the trolls complaining about loudly?
Mutton.
What is mutton?
Yeah. It's funny. We just watched the Seinfeld episode today about mutton too. I don't even know what it is.
Don't feel
I'm gonna
bad.
guess. I'm gonna guess that it is some kind of.
Don't overthink it. It's an animal. I just need to know the animal. What?
Cow.
Cow is incorrect.
No, that's not right, dude.
Kevin,
Oh my
do you know what
gosh.
mutton comes from? What animal is mutton?
Horse.
No,
No.
it is
What?
not. Joe, you have a chance to steal your own question.
Sheep.
Sheep is correct.
Oh.
They're West
the
Nag.
rebound.
Yes. So
The
congratulations.
rebound.
You needed
So
that
he
a
ends up
little
getting
bit.
what? 150 for that one?
200.
200?
200. Don't feel bad. I didn't know what mutton was either until I asked my wife, who's a cook. And even she was like,
Okay.
oh, wait, yeah.
We literally watched the Seinfeld episode today where Jerry's girlfriend tries to give him mutton, and he like puts in a handkerchief and like puts it in his pocket.
Usually it's old sheep as well. One that
Okay.
has aged.
I guess I could see trolls eating mutton.
Yeah, that's what they were. Because why were they eating it though? Because they had just recently pillaged that farmer's cottage.
Homer's house.
Yep, and
Yeah.
he was a sheep farmer. All right, I think this one. Here we go. So these next two questions go hand in hand. Robert, it is your turn.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna take a quick intermission for myself, real quick.
I don't know. Everybody need to take a 5-minute break.
I just need to go get a bite real quick.
Better run. Better run.
I'm running. I'm running. I'm running.
So
You lose your opportunity to steal questions if you're not here.
well, we'll take let's look at a score. So Joe is at 1600 now. Kevin is at 1550. Robert is at 1800. Evan is at 1550 as well. And Dan is at 1800. So Dan, you and Robert are tied, so no pressure there. Oh, Dan walked away. Everybody walked away. I lost everybody. Everyone's like, potty break.
Hey, what we'll do then, we could do this as a commercial intermission. For the 5 people that have nothing better to do on a Saturday night than to listen to this, are probably the same 5 people that would be willing to come up to DC for a Lord of the Rings tournament in place at Nova. We're going to have, the official title is a DC Hobbit League fall tournament, where we're going to be at the Hyatt Regency Hotel, the same location as Nova, and we're looking at 45 tables in our own room, all set up, and we're going to be a 3-day tournament with a doubles tournament on Friday, and then a 5-round 2-day tournament Saturday and Sunday. Information is going to be posted here this week because we finally got permission to use the name last night, and signups will be made available online after 4th of July. So, for all those that had their Labor Day weekends planned for the past 7 years, like I did, and then had nothing to do this last year, we got plans for you. Come on out. We got tables.
You had to wait.
How many tables do you need still, Robert?
I'm in the process of signing folks up right now, and I'm gonna organize this with a web page for people to be able to sign up for either be a player or a tournament judge or to support with tables. I'm probably, depending on how many tables I could pick up from Jason, Devin Moreno has agreed to be able to provide a bunch of tables to me. I haven't talked with him yet about numbers. So probably looking at, I got to staff 45 tables. So probably looking at, maybe 10 tables, per each of the major folks. Also, open this up tables. That people that
I couldn't
are donating tables can enter tables into a contest where we're going to have an award voted on by the people of favorite tables. And we have some guys who their first creations are going to be submitted in here as well. So I got a bunch of guys that come in with like 1s and 2s. So we got a lot of enthusiasm for people participating.
I got 11 tables.
It's a great thing to see the community come together.
What date is that again? That's Labor Day weekend?
Labor Day weekend, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of September.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, we talked about it.
I wouldn't mind bringing some tables.
I've got 11, but I can't. It's impossible for me to transport 11 tables up there. I'll have to see what I can bring.
Hey, Jason, one of the things I was going to talk with you about was, since you're going to NashCon and I'm going to go to NashCon, whatever you're willing to donate, I was going to drive to NashCon and I'll take whoever's going to offer tables up and I'll bring them back from Tennessee, and return that back to them when we're done the tournament.
Well, that's fine, but I still would have to then get any extra tables I bring from my house to you in September on top of the ones I bring to NashCon. So I would still have to find a way to transport 11 tables total if I were to do that.
Yeah, well, whatever you're bringing to NashCon, instead of you bringing it home, I could bring it home with me.
Fair.
I mean, we could talk details. But yeah, for the DC Fall Tournament, the theme is going to be the Beacons of Gondor. I'm making up the trophies for that right now and all the plaques. We're going to have awards for the doubles tournament. We're going to have awards for the grand tournament. We're going to have awards for the furthest traveler, for the Voyager. We're going to have Wooden Spoon. We're going to have Average Joe, award that I've been trying for years to get introduced into tournaments, and I'm going to make it happen.
Oh, you already did.
Yeah, for my own, yes.
I meant to do it
right
for
now.
mine.
I have a
just
total
never
of
got
about
a chance.
12 awards that I'm going to be presenting at this point, and probably going to expand upon it.
Who were you waiting on to get naming rights from? The DCHL people?
Yeah.
I would have just given it my own name.
When
I wouldn't have waited on somebody's
when
permission.
Well, I also had to try to get in contact with those folks about the tables I can get locally.
Yeah, I still wouldn't have waited for a name. I would have given it my own.
I had a
When
name
is-
before. I was trying to get a bigger name for it.
Hey, you can make your
when
own
is
big
Labor
name.
Day weekend?
Labor Day weekend is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of September.
It's the first
Okay.
weekend of September every year.
Okay.
And there's going to be discounted rooms that are available. They're running about $100 a piece.
That's better than Atlantic City. $200 damn dollars a night.
So the
and they're not
$100 a piece.
It's $100 a night for the hotel rooms
That's
at the
good.
Hyatt Regency in
The
Crystal
Hyatt
City.
is amazing.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Hyatt's sweet.
So you're gonna do it
Is it?
because Nova's
in
not
DC?
happening, I guess.
Nova's not happening.
Yeah.
yet.
Nova canceled, but
So
we
you're
are
gonna
in
get
the
the Hyatt?
same location as Nova.
Okay.
This is
So we
taking
got our own
Nova's
ballroom.
place. Yeah, this is
Oh,
taking
nice.
Nova's place. It's gonna be in the same hotel, same kind of area. It's the new Nova. We're gonna call it the MESBG Nova.
Yeah, no,
It's-
Nova still has the whole place reserved for 22. So
That's next year.
they're still in the running. As I talked with the event planner.
Oh,
there,
good, they're not defunct.
Well, I have if Nova cancels again for 22, I have first rights to the hotel room,
Hell yeah.
for the conference room that I had, because I'm already talking with the planners
Is-
about that.
Is it in DC then?
It
Yeah.
is technically Virginia, but it's right next to the Reagan National Airport.
You could see the Capitol building. from
Yeah,
there,
you
so-
drive past the Capitol building on your way out. I did that on my the 1 year I went. I drove past the Capitol building on my way out. I was like, oh hey, look, there's the Pentagon.
Yeah, now you also from there, it's a short trip to take the metro, so you can actually go into DC and see all the sites and all this stuff too.
Yeah.
It's a great location. You can from there, you can go over to Mount Vernon. You can go to a bunch of historic sites. You can go to Arlington, is like right next to there. You can go into DC and see all the stuff from there. Yeah,
All the traffic.
the metro train will take you right over into it. It's a great location, great weekend. Bring the family. know.
I'm the only one married other than yourself, Robert, in this chat, I believe. Dan is engaged.
Yeah, we're working on trying to negotiate a stronger position for Novas going into the future. About if we could show that we have a good turnout, that we will get a larger allotment of tables.
That's
And
good.
also another plug, Las Vegas in January, for those that want to go out to that. Yeah, John Sigsby from New York is working with Frontline Games. They're doing a major event, convention event out in Las Vegas, the 24th of January, I think it is, and last part of January, where they're doing a huge tournament, bunch of different games. But John is trying to set up a West Coast Nova. So basically, we'll end up having a West Coast, East Coast grand tournament each year. And hopefully Nova will still be running, and we'll run the East Coast tournament will be the Nova event Labor Day weekend. West Coast will be John Sigsby's event through Frontline Games in Vegas for all the West Coast guys. So lots of things that are going on. If you guys like traveling, we got some cool destinations.
Lots of events, lots of
Yep.
money being spent.
Yep.
So too many choices, too little time.
We went to Nova 3 years in a row, and I love
Yep.
that venue and stuff. So
All right,
I
guys,
would-
we're gonna go ahead and interject this talk and get back on topic here because this is the trivia challenge. But we'll talk about this at the end. But I'm gonna
Alright.
go ahead. We are almost done with this, so I want to go ahead and finish this up, and then we can chat to our heart's desire on MESBG. But for those who are watching this, going, I don't give a rat's ass about MESBG. I don't want to lose any of them, and just stick with what the video is for.
Commercial break's over. Back to
Commercial
the
break
game.
is over. Everybody took their peas and got their beers and waters. So we are. I think I did a points highlight, but I'll re-hit it. Evan is sitting at 1550. Robert is at 1800. Kevin is sitting at 1600. Joe is sitting at 1600, and Dan is at 1800. Ooh, excuse me. So we have 2 rounds of questions left each, if I'm reading my papers right. And then we're going into our final 2, which is an all answer. So starting with Robert for his first of the last two questions.
Ready.
Now these two next questions do go hand in hand, so let's not have any shout outs. When in Rivendell, Gandalf revealed the information he learned from Radagast the Brown to the White Council. Saruman casually dismisses this information received from Radagast as being unreliable. What vice of Radagast's allegedly made him do this?
Eating mushrooms.
Eating mushrooms is correct. Yes, sir. You got it. So coming over to you, Kevin. And you and Joe are no, Evan's actually in last place at 1550. So Evan, you can steal this one if he gets it wrong. What does Saruman say eating mushrooms has done to Radagast? Tick tock.
Something about like spoiling his mind.
Close, but not exactly right. Evan, help out your bro.
Yeah.
What does Saruman say eating mushrooms has done to Radagast?
They addled his brain and yellowed his teeth.
That is correct. Yes, sir. You got it.
I was close.
You you got the mind part right. Who cares about the rest? All right, then. Dan, we're looking at you. This is a 3-part question worth 200 points. What do Thorin and the dwarves use in a failed attempt to kill Smaug?
The golden statue that liquefies. It has
Liquid
hardened.
gold. There
It's
you go.
gold.
I'm looking for
Liquid
molten
gold, yeah.
molten gold is the question I'm asking. And the next one, you already answered it. What form is the molten gold taken?
And a statue, yeah.
And who is a statue of?
Thror.
Thror is the correct answer. So you nabbed yourself 200 points right there, my friend. Congratulations.
Yay.
Evan, we are coming over to you. Who were the first two dwarfs? And I feel bad because Kevin really wants this one, but it's going to Evan. Who were the first two dwarfs to help Bilbo fight off the wargs and Azog in defense of Thorin at the climax of An Unexpected Journey?
Keely and Keely?
Feely and Keely is the correct answer. Yes, sir. Oh, wait. I put a
Because
K.
they're those dudes.
Pretty boys.
Alrighty, now moving along. Oh, yep. Okay, cool. Where are we at? Joey boy. You ready for this?
Yep.
What's the name of the mountain range in which the dwarves are captured by the goblins and Bilbo finds the One Ring?
The Misty Mountains.
Hey, he actually got one that he should know. There we go.
I was this close.
Yay.
You almost said the
Anything
Blue
left
Mountain. I thought you were going to say the Blue Mountains. The Iron
was-
Mountains.
I was gonna say the green fields.
All right, so here we go. We are in the last round. The scores are close. Let's do a final look at what we got. I have Evan sitting at 1750. Robert sitting at 1900.
Check.
Kevin sitting at, what did I say last time? 1600. Joe sitting at 1700. And Dan at 2000. So close all around, close all around. Kevin, you will have first dibs to try and steal stuff, followed by Joe and then Evan. So Robert, we're coming to you for your final question of the day.
Ready.
Separated from the dwarves, Bilbo wandered lost in the tunnels. After a fight with a stray goblin, Bilbo found himself face to face with Gollum. A chance remark found Bilbo engaged in a game of riddles with Gollum. If Bilbo won, Gollum would show him the way out. However, should Bilbo lose, what would Gollum win?
It eats him whole.
That is correct. He would eat him whole. Yes, sir. If we wins, we eats it. We eats the packages. All right, now here we go. Ugh. I can't read my own handwriting. Ah, shit. I'm a couple questions shy. All right, I'm going to have to make up a few questions on the spot here. But these
Who's the
last
pretty boy? Oh,
these last two, I feel, are going to be very tough ones because nobody's going to get them. They are 150 points apiece. Kevin, you are going to have the first shot at this.
Feely.
No, it's not a dwarf.
Second part.
These are
Feely. 300 points.
these are two separate questions. They're each going to somebody else. These are making of the movie types questions, so they are behind the scenes type stuff.
Great.
In the making of the Out of the Frying Pan scene, Gandalf lights pine cones with his staff to drive away the wargs. What was originally used by the filmmakers to show that the pine cones were alight as the dwarves lit the pine cones off of each other from Gandalf?
Paper mache.
Paper mache is incorrect. Joe, do you have an idea? This
They
is.
use real pine. They use real pine cones.
They did not. Evan, do you have an idea? This is in the appendices of the behind the scenes, by the way.
They used balled up socks.
Balled up socks is incorrect. Although I like where you're going there.
Rats.
You would think that the smell would drive away the wargs, but you know they're pretty smelly themselves as nasty dogs. Robert, do you have an idea?
battery powered lanterns.
Close. We're getting close with some lights, but it was not lanterns. Dan, you are our only hope. Do you know what the answer is?
Oh, let's see. How many seconds do I have?
About 5 more.
Fireworks.
Who said actual pine cones? Is that you, Joe? All right, that is the closest, but not completely correct. They used pine cone shaped electronic objects that, when keyed with a remote device, would make them light, telling the actors that they were on fire and then could therefore be thrown at the enemy. So while no one got this question right, I wasn't surprised, which is why it was a 150-point question. So moving on to Dan, this is a follow-up to that. What did Peter Jackson first do when handed one of these remote-controlled pine cones?
Dropped it.
No, he did not drop it.
He threw it.
You already answered and got it wrong. I'm sorry. Kevin, what do you think?
He broke it.
But how did he break it?
Squeezing it.
No. I'm sorry. Joe, how did he break it?
I'm gonna guess he threw it.
That is correct.
Thanks, Dan.
Peter Jackson, when handed it, was so awed with the idea, going, oh, wow, that's really cool. He had them activate it remotely and then chucked it across the studio floor full force, in which case it hit the ground and shattered into basically a million pieces, to which the designers then went, well, back to the drawing board. So thank you, Peter Jackson, for killing the genius idea of using the electronically controlled thing, pine cones. So no, Joe, I will give you, while you had some help with that, I'll give you 100 of the 150 points. I'm nice. Not totally nice, but I'm nice. So moving on, we are at Evan for his last question. Evan, what is Dane's relationship to Thorin?
He's his cousin.
That is correct. Simple, easy question there. All right, Joe, here we go. When being chased by the troll, when Fili, Kili, Dwalin, and Balin are being chased by the giant Gundabad trolls across the frozen lake, what does one brother shout to the other? Aim for the...
Oh, I know what it is, but I forgot the exact.
I need the words. He doesn't have any.
Bollocks.
No. Kevin, do you know what it was?
Isn't it like Jiglets or something like that?
No. Evan, do you know
What?
it?
Jam bags.
Yep. Aim for the
Jam
jam bug.
Jam
course-
bags.
Of course, they kind of said jumpers. Aim for the jumpers. Because, you know, they got their awesome New Zealand accents going on. But that is correct. So, Evan, you do score that point there. All right, guys, that is the last of the rounds. We have 2 final questions. You do need a pen and paper handy, or pencil and paper. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and do one final look at the scores. I have Joe sitting at 1,800. I have Dan sitting at 2,000. He is tied with Robert at 2,000. I have Kevin sitting at 1,600. And then I have Evan sitting at 1,950. So this is a very close race, which is kind of what I was hoping to do with the new scoring system I decided to use for this. All right, guys. You got your pen and paper handy? All right. Where is my phone? Because I got to put you guys on a timer, but I need to give you enough time, and I don't even know where my phone is. All right, I'm just going to pull the clock up on my computer. You have 60 seconds. Actually, I'll give you 90 seconds. 90 seconds to write as many of the actors that are part of the 15-man Thorns company and who they played as. This includes the dwarfs plus 1 hobbit and 1 wizard. You have 90 seconds to write down as many of the actors' names and who they played. Each correct actor is 50 points. Each correct actor with their correct character is another 50 points. So you get 50 points for getting the actor right and 50 points for getting the character right. If you have both of them, it's 100 points. So you can see there's a potential for 1,500 points on the board right now. You have 90 seconds. Go. I'd love to play some like Lord of the Rings music while I did this, but it would instantly make this entire live stream blocked. I had that misfortune of playing some classic rock and country while I was doing a live stream playing Lotro, and the whole video got blocked. So
Nice.
I now know that I can't do that. There's about 45 seconds left. I'll make it a full 2 minutes just because there are 15 of them. So you're writing potentially 45 names. And if you're like me, you probably write really slow. So I'll make it a full 2 minutes. If you're still writing because you know stuff at 2 minutes, then I'll keep going. But if you're just kind of like searching in the clouds, if everybody's searching in the clouds at 2 minutes, I'm gonna call it. Oh, hey, look at that. Their channel's up.
Oh,
hey, look at
I know
that.
this is
Their
really
channel's
sad. I had a brain fart on the guy who played Gandalf.
up. Oh my gosh.
Complete.
All right, guys, about
knew
20
it.
more seconds. Is anybody still writing?
Yes.
Who said yes?
Evan pretty much nailed all. Evan nailed these pretty well when we did the Lord of the Rings one.
I think.
Oh, he did. I was gonna say Lord of the Rings. I'm pretty.
Yeah, Lord of the
Oh,
Rings
yeah,
is
Lord of the
kind of.
Lord of the Rings is very easy. The Hobbit one is like, like the big 3, and that's usually about it.
I think I got quite a few dwarves. I think.
I did not. I got 3.
All right, Evan, are you done? All right, is everybody done writing?
Yep.
All right, Robert, I will start with you, and we'll circle around like we have been doing. So take it easy on me because I got to write down a lot of stuff here. So go
You're not
ahead.
gonna have to write down a whole lot for me.
Okay, fair enough. Give me your list.
I have Gandalf and Ian McEwan,
Yep.
and then I have Bilbo and all of the dwarves, and don't know, don't care.
You don't know Bilbo's actor? You're killing me, Robert.
I don't care about actors.
Oh, you're killing me, Robert. All right, so you do get 100 points for knowing that Sir Ian McKellen is Gandalf the Grey. So 2,200 is the current standing for Robert. All right, Kevin, we are moving over to you. Can you do it a little better? You can read it off to me.
Probably not.
You go. Well, actually, I could.
I got so Gandalf, Ian McKellen, Bilbo, Martin Freeman,
Yep.
Thorin, Richard Armitage,
Yep.
and Feely and Keely are some handsome dudes.
Well, I love handsome dudes because I'm an ugly motherfucker. Like I've literally been told by a Marine sergeant I am the ugliest motherfucker you will ever meet in the world. So I love when beautiful people are out there because, there's got to be people to counterbalance ugly guys like me. But that's not their name, so I'm sorry. But Kevin, that does do a good job of jumping you up to 1,900 points. So I am impressed by that. All right, Dan, we're looking over at you now. What do you have?
All right, you said I could read them, right?
Yeah, read them off to me. That's going to be the easiest way.
All right. Martin Freeman is Bilbo.
Yep.
Ian McKellen is Gandalf.
Yep.
Richard Armitage is Thorin.
Yep.
James Nedbit is Beaufort.
Correct?
William Kitcher as Biffer.
That is correct.
Adam Brown is Ori.
Yep.
And Ken Scott is Balin.
That is correct. So, Dan, you got 7 of them. Congratulations. That vaults you up to 2,700 points. All right. So, our chump in the East looks like he's ready to do another surge up. He was writing for a long time. Evan, hit me with your list.
I've got Sir Ian McKellen as Gandalf.
Correct.
Martin Freeman as Bilbo. Richard Armitage as Thorin. Graham McTavish as Dwalin.
I am so disappointed in
yeah.
all of you for forgetting Graham McTavish.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Go ahead.
Aidan Turner as Keely.
Correct.
Dean O'Gorham as
Oh.
Philly.
Yep,
James
that's right.
Nesbitt as Beaufort.
Yep.
And there were names that confused me a little bit. I mixed myself up, but Ken Stott as Balin.
That
And
is
then
correct.
another name I remembered seeing, but I don't remember who he played, is John Callan. Wait, let me guess. Did he play Oin?
That is correct, and I'll give it to you.
Okay.
So you got 9 of them there, which vaults you up to 2850 in the scoreboard. All right, Joe.
All right. So
I have faith in you. Give me all 45 names. 2 last names and a first name for all characters. Give it to me.
Oh, well, okay. So I got Lee Pace as Thranduil. Benedict Cumberbatch is the Necromancer and Smaug. Manu Bennett as Azog. Ian Holm as Bilbo. Martin Freeman as young Bilbo.
Did you really put all this down?
Yeah.
Did you not?
Richard Armitage as Thorin. No. I got all the characters and all the ones I just listed.
All right, so let's see. We got Ian. We got
I'm
Bill.
just joking.
I fucking hate you. we have Bilbo.
James Nesbitt is Beaufort. Okay, I actually only have 3 members of Thorin's company.
All right,
I couldn't remember Ian Holm's name. I remembered Ian Holm, and I was like, no, that's Bilbo. And then I thought of.
So you don't have Martin Freeman for Bilbo.
I do have Martin Freeman.
So you have that one.
Young,
Martin,
he has it with young Bilbo.
I have young Bilbo and old Bilbo.
the Martin Freeman's the one I'm looking for with Bilbo because
Yeah,
that's one.
Martin Freeman, Richard
right.
Armitage,
Yep.
and James Nesbitt. Those are the only 3 Thorin's company guys I can remember.
See, y'all got the CD sitting right there, and you're looking at the back. Yeah, for all, the cast.
And then I know Lee Pace is Thranduil, Benedict Cumberbatch, Manu Bennett, and Ian Holm. That's all I need.
Oh, that's hilarious. So for
But
those
only
who are interested, this is the list of the 15 members of Thorin's company, including the Hobbit and the Wizard. Thorin is Richard Armitage, Bilbo is Martin Freeman, Gandalf is Ian McKellen, Balin is Ken Stott,
Dwalin is Graham McTavish. Biffer is William Kircher. Bofer is James Nesbitt. Bomper is Stephen Hunter. Feely is Dino Gorman. Keeley, I kind of even gave you Dino Gorman earlier on when I told you that he came in after the original shootings of An Unexpected Journey. Feely is Aiden Turner, who actually quit his Being Humans TV show, which would have probably have had a better shot of going long term, because it lasts another 2 seasons, I think, in order to get in Lord of the Rings, which I think was the smarter choice anyway.
Hobbit, you mean?
The Hobbit, yes. That's the Lord of the Rings franchise. Owen is John Callan. Glowin is Peter Hambleton, Peter Hambleton also played Glowin in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Nori was Jed Brophy. Jed Brophy appeared in all 3 of the Lord of the Rings movies as evil characters. Dory.
Is that the guy who played Lurtz in The Witch King?
He did not play Lurtz. He played Snagga. And yes, he did play the Witch King, I believe so. He did play... I don't remember
the guy that did the motion capture for Bulg played Lurtz, and
Manu Bennett. Yes, he also played.
No. Manu Bennett did the motion capture for Azog.
Oh, Azog. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
sorry.
remember his name, but he played. He played a lot of stuff.
Well,
in Lord of the
Manu
Rings
Bennett
now.
also played in
Spartacus.
Spartacus. Correct. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I knew him from first, honestly. So the last 2 were Dory with Mark Hadlow and Ori for Adam Brown. So that is the 15 members. So where you guys sit, going from lowest to highest, Kevin has 1,900 points. Robert has 2,200. Oh, I'm sorry, Joe has 2,100. Robert has 2,200. Dan has 2,700. And Evan did his typical catapult and is at 2,850. So congratulations, Evan. That is very good. That being said, we are on the final bonus round question. This is a Jeopardy Bet Your Points game. So, you must bet your points before learning what the question is. Should you get the question,
category?
The category is actors and characters. I will say this, it's one that people are going to go, what? When they hear it. So, I will go one by one. Let me know how many points you would like to bet if you get it correct. You have to
do you want us to write the points down on the paper with our answer?
Yeah, that works. I'm cool with that. If you want to abstain from this, feel free. But if you want to go ahead and put your points down, go ahead and write down how many you want to bet now. Like I said, this is actors and characters. And these are all actors and characters we have talked about so far in this show. When you guys are ready, let me know. Oh, he's going full send. All right, we got 2 full sends. 200. Interesting. Okay, Robert. This could make or break a lot of people. Dan, Evan, are you guys gonna?
All of them?
All of them.
I'm doing half.
Half. All right. So Dan, you are going to be betting 1350 then. All right. There is no time limit on this because you are betting points, and I want you to have time to think. Do not pull up Google or any internet to search this. No phones, no nothing. I want you to be 100% honest with this. In the Lord of the Rings trilogy, John Rhys Davies not only played Gimli, but voiced Treebeard. This was reenacted again in the Hobbit trilogy in An Unexpected Turn. Not Unexpected Turning. Wow, An Unexpected Journey. 3 of the main characters voiced the 3 trolls. What are the names of the 3 actors that voiced the 3 trolls and the troll that they voiced? You have no time limit. Go ahead.
Great.
There's a reason I told you every actor and dwarf they played and why that question preceded this one.
Well, I have 0 points now.
Yeah, I lost my all my points.
Got my answer right here.
No fucking idea.
Wonder if I know the dwarf. I can't remember the name.
Feely or Feely?
I'll tell you what. I'll make this fair. Because it's hard to know actors' names, especially. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know. If you can tell me which dwarf they played that voiced him, so give me the dwarf character that voiced the specific troll, I will take that. If you can get all three names, it is the dwarfs, by the way. If I haven't figured that out yet.
No, this was like one of the random things that I did see about the movies.
It is in the behind-the-scenes appendices for An Unexpected Journey, and that is exactly where I pulled it from.
Lay down your arms, or we'll whip his off.
I have my answers prepared.
My answers are prepared.
All right.
My answer is perfect.
All right, I've got 3 out of 5. Dan's thinking hard.
Oh,
I will say, when I came up with this question, I instantly knew which dwarf played which voice, but I didn't know all the actors' names, which is why I prefaced this question with the other one. So I could give you a hint. Like that word, prefaced? Yeah, I'm smart.
Yeah, is that the word of the day on the toilet paper roll?
You use toilet paper?
No, the vocabulary toilet paper roll. You know, whereas you're sitting there, it has a word of the day that you know, you're supposed to use that in a sentence.
I just use the water hose to spray my ass off.
Homemade bidet.
There you go. Much cheaper too, because I'm on well water, so it doesn't cost me anything. I get some weird looks from my neighbors, but you know, I tell them just keep on driving by. I've seen them. I've seen what they live in. They living in the country is
I just do it at
nice.
the
It's
fountain
also weird.
downtown.
Kevin, are you locked in?
Mm-hmm.
So we're waiting on Dan. He's thinking hard.
You have to think this hard. You don't have it.
yeah. I'll write down my answer. All right, I'm ready.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to read them off to you instead of trying to go person by person. The 3 trolls are Bert, William, and Tom. Bert was played by Mark Hadlow, who is Dory. Mr.
Oh, that was wrong.
Mr. He's unnatural. William was voiced by Peter Hambleton, also known as Glowin, Gimli's father. And Tom was voiced by William Kircher, otherwise known as he who only speaks in Khazd-dûl, Biffer.
Oh, I wrote down Beaufort.
So I wrote down my score after this, which is 000.0, and I drew a troll.
I give you 1 pity point for the troll. So that bankrupts Joe and Kevin. What are we looking at over
And
there?
Evan.
Dan and Evan.
And me.
I'll let Evan go first.
What you got, Evan? What'd you put
I
down?
bet all my points.
No, what'd you put down? What was your answer?
Oh,
Everybody-
what I put down? I didn't get any of those. So I picked my 3 answers and then looked it up so I could wallow, and I didn't get any of them. I did Graham McTavish, John Callan, and Ken Stott.
Fair enough. Graham, I mean,
At least you
Well,
had an answer.
At least I got second place because I only bet half my points, but I don't know.
well,
Yeah, see,
Robert-
I know my limitations.
congratulations.
I was going all or nothing. At least I got 1 pity point for my troll, which
Go big or go home.
which
I
has
put
a
you in
really-
3rd place.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Which he has a really big butt, a really big stomach, and I gave man boobs.
Sounds like me. I have all 3 of those.
And I was gonna draw like him holding a club, but then it looked like he had a schlong. Because of the way I drew him.
I was wondering because he definitely had his hands down.
Yeah, well, I was gonna have like his hands down holding like.
Pick club.
Well, I know this video is not rated, is definitely rated R, but let's not get into the rated pornographic because I don't want this video to be removed.
Especially
from the
on
channel.
poor animation there.
Yeah. Joe will not be working.
That's even worse than the Hobbit cartoon animation.
Joe will not be working for Weta Workshop anytime soon, or Weta Animations for that matter.
I don't know. I'd pay to see a movie with my drawings in it.
All right, guys. Well, congratulations to Robert, who knew his limitations and was smart by only betting just a little bit, and he won the event. Dan was right there, led it all the way, but went half in before realizing that, honestly, nobody here, including myself, really knows the actors for the Hobbits movies outside of the Hobbit himself, Martin Freeman. And then Joe with his pity point troll, because I just like trolls. And then Kevin and Evan, our Nashville affiliates, have tied each other for last place with goose eggs all around. So the chump in the East lives up to his title.
I would like to say one thing.
Nope,
Okay.
you don't get to go first. Robert gets to go first for final words and
Wow.
thoughts as our winner.
As the winner, I prove that age and treachery beats youth and enthusiasm.
There you go. There you go. Dan, what do you want to say as our second place placer?
Shouldn't have been any points.
There you go. Should have known.
Now you're getting wiser.
Yeah.
Joe, with our one pity point, what do you want to say?
All right. Elijah Wood, Frodo Baggins, Viggo Mortensen, Aragorn, John Rhys Davies as Gimli.
It's not the Oscars.
Yeah, no. I was listening to all the fellas to prove that I know something.
Well, I will say this, Joe. I'm sorry. You should have been in our last one because that was actually the
I
final
know.
question. Was
I actually listed that fellowship, I think.
everybody was able to list the fellowship for?
Well, okay, I don't feel that
I
special.
wasn't.
Oh, you weren't? I couldn't remember.
No,
All right.
I don't care about actors. I never remember actors.
That's true.
All
That
right,
is true.
the guy who did the Mouth of Sauron, the guy who played him. What other famous movie was he in?
A movie
Footloose.
in Fancy Free.
Nope.
B movie.
He was in Mad Max.
Same
orig-
character, actually.
The original.
Yeah. Well, he was in Road Warriors. He was the guy in the
He was also
gyrocopter.
Okay.
he was also in
I never saw that one.
The other one, the second last one.
Kevin,
He
do you
played
want
the guy with the kid?
Kevin, do you want to say anything to your adoring fans out there who just love you as the Roman general, even though you scored 0 points? I mean, you did exactly
You
what
gotta
Roman
risk it.
generals do. You went 100% full core right into failure and the devastation of Rome.
You got to risk it for the biscuit. That's all I'm saying. Go big or go home.
There we go. And Chump in the East, our former winner for Lord of the Rings, for The Hobbit, or for the Lord of the Rings, which he said he didn't know as well as The Hobbit, unfortunately comes in last in what he said he loved. What do you have to say, good sir?
I
Rub it
still
salt.
had more points.
All the way up until the end there. That is true.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't get smoked. That's the good news.
That's true. I mean, I will say I think I like my idea of being able to bounce it around. I know it worked pretty well last time. Just be like, okay, raise your hand. But I think this kept the desk a little tighter, except for Mr. Gladden Fields down there. And Feely and Keely up there in the middle. I mean, what can I say? Brothers forever. All right, guys. Well, that is all I have. Thank you for everyone who watched and may still be watching at 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday. If you're still watching this, you're as big a nerd as we are, because clearly none of us have any lives or wives that love us, or they love us enough to tell us to go hide in our rooms while they do whatever they want in our house. So God knows what I'm walking out to when I leave this room. So any last thoughts or shout outs? Any plugs or polls or whatever? Tolkien Fanatic, please like, share, subscribe. Anybody else?
Oh,
It- it was-
I guess I have a
Jason, it was a lot of
podcast,
fun.
don't I?
Yeah. Follow
I?
Chump in the East.
Yeah. The Trump
He's
in the
on all
East,
ma-
MESBG podcast.
There you go.
Apple, Spotify, Google, all that good stuff. And if you follow the link in the show description, you can become a monthly supporter.
There you go. Get some money so you can go to some more events and give us some more before
All the
and after.
tourneys.
Yeah. before that, because it is expensive going to these tournaments. I'd love to go
Yeah.
out to LVO like we were talking about earlier, but I ain't got the money for that. So
Hello, TR SBG team.
just
we just put-
released a very thematic Iron Hills. Was it Iron Hills? Lake
Randall's
Town.
Halls.
Iron Hills,
Yep,
Thranduil's
vers-
Falls versus Iron Hills, Lake Town. So go
Yep.
see Thranduil get run over by an Iron Hills chariot.
He does.
I know. So I hear. All right, guys. That's everything. Thank you. And again, thank you everyone for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time